With the coming of autumn, the farmers in the fields around Caribou County are looking forward to the harvest, a time when they reap the benefits of all the hard work they've put in over the summer. At the same time, the coaches and athletes of Soda Springs, Grace, and North Gem are looking for a harvest of their own. On this field, though, it's a different kind of bounty. Instead of rows of corn and potatoes, they look for hash marks and goal lines. While the farmers are cutting grain, defenses on this turf look to cut down quarterbacks. As ranchers survey their herds, coaches pace the sidelines, looking to improve their own stock for the ultimate goal of a state championship. Yes, with the coming of the fall also comes the drive for a new push to the peak of performance. It's football season, and you're tuned in to your home for Caribou County's best on KBRV 800 The Bear. Athletics on KBRV are brought to you by
Monsanto, Hunsaker Ford, Silver Star Communications, and by MyLocalRadio.com.
The countdown is on and the Reapers are ready. It's time for Caribou County football with the voice of the Cardinals, Grizzlies, and Cowboys, Caleb Burgraff, on your radio home for the best high school football coverage in southeastern Idaho. KBRV 800 The Bear and online at MyLocalRadio.com.
And welcome out to American Falls, Idaho on KBRV 800 The Bear as we get ourselves set for tonight's matchup between the Beavers and the Soda Springs Cardinals, a rematch of last year's homecoming game for the Cardinals. And guess what? It happens on homecoming night here at American Falls. The coin toss taking place out on the field right now as we work ourselves towards the opening kickoff. We'll keep it here for that coin toss as it looks like American Falls has won the toss. And the two teams discussing right now. And Soda Springs will be kicking off to American Falls to start things off here in tonight's game. We'll have that coming your way in just about a half hour as we have about 25 minutes left on the clock. Plenty of stuff to come to in our pregame show as we're going to sit down with our Where Are They Now subject today is going to be Bridger Matthews, the class of 2014 from Soda Springs High School. Also, we'll sit down with Coach Tony Cade of the American Falls Beavers and Andrew Stewart, a senior leader for the Soda Springs Cardinals, will be talking with us as well. All that's coming up on this presentation of Soda Springs football on KBRV 800 The Bear with online video streaming at MyLocalRadio.com.
Imagine a mining company that respects the quality of the environment and health of natural ecosystems. At Monsanto, we don't begin mining unless we can ensure every safeguard is in place to respect the environment. And if they're not, then we don't mine. Simple as that. That's why we take steps before, during, and after mining to reach our goal of leaving the land even better than we found it. Monsanto. Imagine.
It's time to take a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs for September 15th through the 21st. And we start off with boneless beef chuck or eye of round roasts at $2.99 a pound. Grab their $10 mix or match bags with options like cantaloupe, Bartlett pears, gala apples, oranges, pineapple, carrots, lettuce, cauliflower, or broccoli, and wrap it all up with a tasty treat from their bakery with a baker's dozen chocolate chip cookies. Buy one, get one free. That's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs.
It's so pretty here.
Katie's away at college.
There's the library.
But she can still be close to her mom back home. Travis is working on a big report. High-speed internet puts a world of information at his fingertips. Silver Star Communications provides connections that help students learn and keep families close, even when they're miles apart. Get your family in touch and informed with high-speed internet from Silver Star Communications. Call today or visit silverstar.com.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
Welcome back out to American Falls on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. Continue to march our way towards kickoff with several wonderful ceremonies coming up, as well as the American Falls Beavers celebrating homecoming. While they work their way through some of these celebrations, we are going to bring you our Where Are They Now? And this time we had a chance to sit down with Bridger Matthews, a not so long ago graduate of Soda Springs High School from the class of 2014. He joins us on our pregame show on KBRV 800 The Bear, with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Caleb Bergraff with another Where Are They Now subject, as Bridger Matthews from the class of 2014 is joining us here. And Bridger, first of all, thanks so much for taking the time to talk.
Welcome, Caleb.
You're not really that old of a class. You're one of the younger ones we've done for these Where Are They Nows, but you're one of those that's been able to go on, do some good things with your talents as an athlete and also with your education as well. You're at College of Idaho right now. Before we get to that, talk about life, what it was like for you here at Soda Springs. I know you did a lot of sports. I know you were very active in the school. What were some of the things that you did here?
Well, as a Soda Springs Cardinal, I played 3 sports. I played football, basketball, and then baseball. Baseball, of course, being my favorite sport. I was always intrigued by the sport here. When I came here first, the program was struggling. We never had a successful season until my junior and senior year when Jeff Yaskowski came as a sophomore when I was a sophomore. He was the one who really started to turn the baseball program around.
One of the big keys in turning that around was actually a team you were a part of that went over to the state tournament, actually placed third that year as well at the state tournament. What was it like being on that team and being kind of one of the founders of what hopefully was going to be a resurgence of Soda Springs baseball?
Being a part of that team was definitely one of my highlights all throughout high school. I mean, many of the kids on my team were my best friends. We had been playing baseball since Little League, since Pony League. We started from the bottom, and when we came in, all 5 of us or 6 of us seniors that stayed together throughout our entire years, it was rough for us sticking it out through some of those lower end years where we hardly won any games. But like I said, we got a great coach that came in sophomore year and really peaked out all of our talents. And then, like you said, we went to state and took back a trophy that baseball had never brought back in the Soda Springs baseball program.
Now, while you were here, did you have aspirations of going on to play at the college level? Was that something that you thought about while you were playing here, or did it kind of just did you just really kind of bump into it?
Caleb, it was always something that I dreamed about as a kid. I always wanted to play college baseball. Sometimes I never really thought it would happen, just thinking because I was coming from such a small school, just a little 2A school. I never really thought that it was possible until I started reaching out to some of those college programs and trying to figure out what I needed to do to play baseball at the next level. So, I always wanted it to happen, and then it was always one of those dreams and aspirations I had, and then when it finally came true, it was probably one of the greatest things that's happened in my life so far.
Now you got pulled on over at College of Idaho. It's an NAIA school, but one of the things that's important to know about that is a 4-year school is a 4-year school. Playing college ball, whether it's junior college or 4-year, is still something special to do. What have been some of the memories from playing there and also from just going to school over there where it's one of your first experiences this far away from Soda?
Well, Caleb, the thing about the College of Idaho is not only the sports program, but just the school in general. It's a smaller school of about 2,000 to 2,500 students, so it's not a huge school. So, just the friends you make there, I know a lot of people, whereas many people of my friends from high school that's gone to big universities, they don't hardly know anybody or make any friends. But at the College of Idaho, you make friends and a lot of people there, and it's almost kind of like, especially in the baseball team, it's like a brotherhood over there almost with that. And then the academics are great. We get a lot of individualized help since the school to teacher ratio, or the student to teacher ratio, isn't outstanding as some of those universities. So we really get a lot of individualized help with all of the schoolwork and programs and stuff like that. So it really is probably one of the greater academic choices in my life, as well as athletic choices going to the College of Idaho.
That was Bridger Matthews. We are going to jump into part 2 of our interview with Bridger Matthews, class of 2014 at Soda Springs High School, and the other side of this break. And we will continue the post-game pregame show after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
When you're 15 and pregnant, all the stuff just goes through your mind. you're his mom. You're supposed to be the one taking care of him and raising him, but you can't do it without support. I wanted to give him a better life. When I found out I was pregnant, I don't know, just a light hit me in my heart, just saying adoption.
For more information, go to ichooseadoption.org.
I'm Miranda and I chose adoption.
Mama, come on. Say mama.
Listen, if I could talk, I'd tell you I'm almost 2 and still not responding. That's one sign of a communication disorder, and delaying treatment can affect my development.
Many parents aren't aware of the early signs of speech, language, and hearing disorders, yet early detection and treatment can improve quality of life.
Come on, say dada.
Ugh, here we go.
Identify the signs of communication disorders. Identifythesigns.org.
In the aftermath of a disaster, victims want to get their lives back in order as soon as possible. But if your home has been damaged, the last thing you want is someone taking advantage of you. Contractors who show up right after a storm may be fraudsters, out to make a quick buck off of your insurance claim. They'll promise anything as long as they can get you to sign a contract and hand over a payment. Know who you're dealing with, and remember, if you didn't request it, reject it. To report fraud, call us at 1-800-TEL-NICB, a public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
We continue to march our way towards the opening kick, and we will now move back into our pregame show as Where Are They Now? We'll see Bridger Matthews join us for the second part of his interview on talking about what it's been like at College of Idaho and what's next for him in his life.
Caleb Burgraff here with Bridger Matthews once again, who was class of 2014 at Soda Springs High School. And Bridger, we'll kind of start bringing this full circle. What's next for you? What are kind of some of the dreams and goals that you have moving forward for the next couple of years?
Well, of course, I want to finish out my program here at the College of Idaho and finish out playing sports, playing baseball there. After college, I don't have any plans of really going on to the next level, but more as getting my degree and going to graduate school and beginning my life is in the medical field is what I'm really striving to do right now.
Now we'll kind of talk a little bit back at Soda. There's always a lot of kids that have that same dream as you. What's the advice you would give to some of those kids that are looking to go to that next level, but again, are from a small school that doesn't really get a lot of notice?
Caleb, the biggest thing I could probably tell you is just coming from a small school, you need to go out and you need to contact some of these smaller schools and junior colleges and whatnot, because it's hard for them to notice you for coming from such a small school. And that's just the biggest problem with kids going on to the next level is they think that they need to be contacted by the schools and that they need to be scouted or whatnot by the program. But in reality, most of the spots on these college teams are filled by kids reaching out to the programs at the colleges and asking to come and have a tryout or to come and visit the school and get a practice. I mean, that's how I did it. I reached out to the coach, got a date where I could go and practice with the team, and after the practice, the coach said that he thought I was good enough to be able to go on to the next level. So that's how I got recognized by the schools. I just reached out, and I mean, that's probably the biggest thing is you have to reach out.
Well, Bridger, I appreciate you talking to us about all this stuff. I appreciate you taking the time. I mean, I know you're back here, but busy schedule, and hopefully there's a lot more busyness for you in the future as you continue to keep yourself moving forward in the right directions. Thank you so much again for talking with us here on Where Are They Now?
You're welcome, Caleb. Thanks for having me.
That was Bridger Matthews from the class of 2014 on our pregame show, as we are now about 13 minutes or so away from the opening kickoff of tonight's matchup between the American Falls Beavers and the Soda Springs Cardinals. On the other side of this break, we're going to sit down and chat with the American Falls head coach, Tony Cade, who is in his second year as the head coach of the American Falls Beavers and is looking to try and go to 2-0 in his career against the Soda Springs Cardinals. That comes up on the other side of this pregame show on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
This broadcast of high school sports is being made possible by the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, serving Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno-flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone. Food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center, Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
Caleb Burgraff joined here on the pregame show with Coach Tony Cade. And Coach, it's homecoming. There's always a lot of extra energy in the air during homecoming. And for your kids this year, a tough schedule at the start, and really you're starting to see the progression start to warm up. Is it nice that you see it all kind of coming together on homecoming night?
Yeah, you know, this is a good test for us. I mean, we come out of the gate with two tough teams, and now we're starting to get up on the upswing, like you said. I feel that we're on the upside. You know, we're going to find out what these youngsters are made of tonight and see where we go. So
you have a lot of juniors on this year's team, and a team that's still growing. Last year was your first year as a head coach implementing that offensive scheme that you have. This year, I feel like the second year is the first year that you really can start getting into the meat of what you're wanting to do as a coach. How have the kids responded to that?
Well, I think we've had buy-in. You know, the first time I saw the buy-in was probably about game 4 last season, you know, with our seniors that went out and our young kids growing up. We're still, you know, my first year last year, my kids this year, we're growing together, right? And I think we're coming to a point where we're understanding, we're buying in, we're having fun, we're getting after things, and things are settling down for me and them. As far as a team, I feel like we haven't been more of a cohesive group than I mean, we're more cohesive than we were at this point last year, which is exciting for me because we still have a lot of potential and we're just going up. So
when you think about the kids on your team, again, a lot of juniors on the team, but also looking at your roster, a lot of seniors as well. Who are some of the kids that have stepped up as leaders, both offensively and defensively this year?
Well, we had a good group. We only started the season with about 4 in the summer seniors. We've added about 5 more seniors that came, you know, a couple weeks prior to school. You get their practices in, and now they're coming out and being contributors for us at practice. Big contributors for us, like always. I mean, Luis Cervantes is probably one of our biggest impact players. He's going to be a junior this year. Great linebacker. He never comes off the field. Boone Julio, of course, leads us in offense as a quarterback, and he's our safety. Steps up all the time. He's a real team captain. You know, Tyler Beck's a senior. If we want to pick a senior out, you know, Tyler Beck's probably one of those kids that he's going to be both sides of the ball as well. Great leadership skills. He's always a kid that's there on time and doing the right things. And we got a handful of everybody. You know, these juniors are a real good class. We got a freshman that's stepped up really good this year. He's a really tough kid. Russell Atkins, I think, is still under the radar. Real fast kid. He's about a 4.4 kid. Waiting for him to have a breakout game. And we're doing pretty good. I mean, as far as leadership, we have a field full of them. I mean, 8 of them on the field at any given time. They're the same 8 both sides of the ball, and you can tell. I mean, you can tell their leadership.
Tonight, you guys get Soda Springs, a team you played last year on their homecoming, your homecoming this time around. And after beating them last year, you and I were actually talking about this, and
The expectations are for Soda to come out here and want to get some revenge. Does that play into how you tell your kids to expect to play tonight?
Right. homecoming, it's big. It has activities every night. You show up on Friday night and hopefully they've have their head focused. Soda Springs, we've talked about every night this week. Hey, we went down there and spoiled homecoming for them. They're going to be a little mad. They want to take it back on you on your home field. And our kids get that. And I hope that we focus that. We changed our pregame a little bit last week, the way we do things, and I think it's worked out in our favor. But besides that, you can't really gauge a team. These are 16, 17-year-old kids, and each week you never know who you get. One week it's somebody else, the next week it's somebody different. And Soda could be that team too. 3 tough teams right out of the gate for them, and they played some tough competition just like we have, and should be a pretty good game. I mean, homecoming, distractions, the first quarter, it makes me nervous. After that, I think we'll be settled down. So if we get through the first quarter and survive, I'll be happy. So it'll be good.
It's always good when there's a little bit extra going into a game. Coach, I appreciate the time. Good luck to you and your Beavers tonight as they take on the Cardinals.
No problem. I appreciate the time, and good luck to you guys as well.
That was head coach Tony Cade of the American Falls Beavers. The American Falls Beavers football team being introduced onto the field right now as they are taking part of Helmets on Heroes, where each one of the players on the American Falls team is representing a member of the national military force for the United States. As they are being introduced right now, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Andrew Stewart, a member of the Soda Springs Cardinals, will be joining us on our pregame show on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Check out my new time machine.
Does it work?
Hit the button.
Hey, it's Napoleon.
Oui. Check out the future.
Hey, you have a nice house. Why don't I?
You didn't save any money, buddy.
If only there was a way I could go back in time and fix that.
Yeah.
Save something for the future. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Students, when I call the reason for your absences throughout the years, please exit the auditorium without your high school diploma. Too tired, family trip, sick day, starting the holidays early.
Starting in the 6th grade, students who miss 18 days or more of school in a year for any reason will fall behind and risk not graduating high school. How many days of school has your child missed this year? Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Okay, forest animals, kids are coming to the forest, and it's up to us to make their visit a good one. Sparrow, have you practiced the most popular bird songs for the year?
Of course.
Catchy. I like it. River, how's the temperature?
It's a refreshing 52 degrees, man.
I love it. Turtle.
He's not here yet, man.
He's late every morning. Okay. Squirrel.
The forest has been preparing just for you. To learn more about cool things to do in the forest, visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Caleb Berggraf joined here with senior Andrew Stewart from the Soda Springs football team. And Andrew, as you guys get ready for this week, before we talk about American Falls, against Ryrie, an improved performance from the team. You kept it closer. The defense played fairly well, but still not quite enough to get the win. What were your thoughts on the way the team played?
I thought we did a lot better this last week than we have in previous weeks, but we still have a lot to work on. Definitely in this next week's practice, but it's all you can do is get better from here on out, and if you try your best every game, then there's nothing else you can do.
The offense really started to be able to move the ball on the ground this last week, over 80 yards of rushing offense. How much of a difference did that make, and what were some of the keys to that?
Once the line and the receivers get big blocks down, then it's easy to run, and once you start running, then you can start clicking on everything else, and that's what our offense is all about, is just clicking.
Looking at the defensive side in that game as well, again, a much better defensive performance. We're not for a couple of misopportune penalties. Probably go into the second half with a 0-0 score, at least 7-0 at the very least. Does that give you confidence when you see the defense really starting to play together a little bit more?
Oh, definitely, because defense wins games. So as long as your defense is playing good, then you can definitely be in the running to win a game. And I thought this last game our defense played amazing, but we can't bite ourselves in the butt with penalties.
You talk about the penalties, and that was going to be my next question for you. How do you fix that? What causes the penalties for this team?
You got to be. You just have to be in the right mind to play a game, and you can't lose your head or just make stupid, foolish mistakes that will cost the team yards that you don't need to make.
This week in practice, you guys get ready for American Falls now, the last outside of district game, which is always a big one to give yourself some momentum going into that district competition. What are some of the things you expect to be working on a lot in practice this week?
AF is a respectable opponent, of course, and we're going to try our best to improve on what we didn't do too well last Friday, which is, to say the least, sustaining blocks and stuff like that.
When you think about AF, they came here last year on homecoming. 14-7 was the score of that game. A little bit disappointing that you guys weren't able to come away with that one, but a very tight game nonetheless. Is there any motivation to go there and return the favor and beat them on their homecoming?
Of course, there's always that motivation, but we got to respect them and what they do. They're a great football team, and we just got to go out and play our best, and that's all you really can do.
After playing them last year, what are you expecting from them? And do you know what type of offense they're going to be running and what type of defense you're going to be going up against?
I'm not too sure. We're going to have to get in the film room and study some motions for them, but it should be a good game. I mean, if we play our best, then that's all we can do, and I hope we win.
We'll wrap it up with this. If you had to choose one thing that the team really needs to do very well going into this next game in order to come away with the win, what would that one thing be?
Like you said, we got to work on our penalties and being mentality to help each other out and sustain blocks.
Well, Andrew, I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us here. Good luck as you guys continue to prepare for American Falls, and hopefully on next Monday we'll be talking about a victory over the Beavers.
Hey, thank you.
That was senior Andrew Stewart from the Soda Springs Cardinals football team. And for those of you watching online, we are approaching kickoff, and the game ball for today's homecoming game has been brought in via helicopter by the Portnoy Air Rescue, as the helicopter landing in the middle of the field here at American Falls High School, and the American Falls Beaver mascot, a very large-headed mascot, clambering his way out with the football. And with that, we are marching our way towards kickoff. We have one more break upcoming here on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. And when we return, we will have the starting lineups being brought to you by Mountain View Dental, and the opening kickoff being brought to you by Rainy Day Massage on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center, Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone: food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
How'd I do?
You'll get better.
Tim can't wait to be a real driver. But for now, he's king of the online track thanks to Silver Star Communications high-speed internet. Reliable, consistent speeds give him the edge against players anywhere, even the other end of the couch.
Whoa.
You'll get better.
Visit silverstar.com to learn more.
Welcome back out to American Falls, Idaho on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. We have 12 minutes up on the board. The two teams are meandering their way out there, which means the starting lineups and the kickoffs are coming up right now. We'll start off with the starting lineups brought to you by Mountain View Dental, where they provide general and cosmetic dentistry for the whole family. Good luck to the Cardinals from Dr. Walker and his staff. For the American Falls Beavers, their skill positions will look like this. Boone Julio will be the starting quarterback. Austin Vasquez and Preston Putnam will be wide receivers. Tyler Beck will be a fullback, as well as Luis Cervantes and Cameron Hennish will also be a wide receiver. On the offensive line, Bradley Odom, James Ramsey, Dawson Winder, Corbin Boyer, and Brandon Boyer will make up your starting line. On the Soda Springs Cardinals defensive side, Logan Mumford, Kyle Thursteller, Taylor Adams will make up the linebacking core. Thomas Nielsen and Case Griffiths will be your corners. Andrew Stewart will be the main safety. Defensive tackles will be Dylan Parker and Dakota Bybee, Jacob Housley, Hunter Bybee, and Riley Harris for the Soda Springs Cardinals. To kick things off will be Justin Morrison on the opening kick. Left to right, the Cardinals in their gray uniforms set to send this one into the evening air at American Falls, and it is a short end-over-end kick fielded at the 20-yard line, brought forward up the middle of the field, and fighting his way through several Cardinals on the play is Austin Vasquez, and the Beavers will take over on the first possession of the game at the 45-yard line on the far side hash mark. Opening kickoff was brought to you by Rainy Day Massage, where they specialize in shiatsu, Swedish reflexology, trigger point, and sports injury massage. Call Jake at 435-703-0195 and begin feeling better today. American Falls will put Julio in the under center formation with an eye behind him and hands the ball off to Cervantes, who picks his way forward over the right side guard and is able to gain 6 yards on the play. They'll actually mark him up to the 49 of Soda Springs for a gain of 7 on his first carry, and already a good start on the first play from scrimmage for the American Falls Beavers on the run by Cervantes, tucking in behind the line. Julio again goes under center, something I don't think the Cardinals were expecting. Power I formation with the fullback off to the left. They'll send a man in motion this time again, hand off to Cervantes on an outside to the left. He's going to be drugged down from behind by Andrew Stewart, and a flag comes out. This will most likely be a horse collar on Andrew Stewart. The run goes for 9 yards up ahead to the Cardinals' 40-yard line. And the penalty is going to be a face mask against the Soda Springs Cardinals. So add another 15 yards on to that 9-yard carry by Cervantes. And already a big penalty hurting the Cardinals, as the ball will be marched all the way up to the 25-yard line. And that is where the Beavers will take over, already trying to march the ball into the end zone on their first drive of the game here in the first quarter. Back under center will be Julio. Puts a man into motion, hands off again to Cervantes, taking the workload, makes one man miss, but then is hit hard by Logan Mumford at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 4 this time. On the run off to the left side of their formation. Working right to left on your video screen and radio dial at mylocalradio.com. 10 minutes and 24 seconds to go. Second down and 6 to go. From the left side hash mark, one wide out, split over to the right side. That is Preston Putnam. As under center will again go Julio. Sends another man into motion. It'll be once more Cervantes. Almost tripped up, then slips and falls, losing a yard on the play back to the 22-yard line. And the Cardinals defense will look to try and take advantage of that, as that backs up the Beavers into a 3rd and 7. With the ball sitting at the 22 inside Soda Springs territory. It's been Cervantes all game long so far. We'll see if the Beavers decide to go to the air on this long 3rd down attempt. 9 minutes and 45 seconds. Clock winds here in the first quarter of play. They'll split Putnam out wide to the near side, still in that power I formation with the fullback off to the left. Man into motion. Cervantes fakes the handoff, rolls out to the near side. They're going to launch one down the field. Case Griffiths on defense is going to lose his man, and Putnam reels that one in for a 22-yard touchdown pass. And the Beavers of Idaho Falls make it look easy on their first drive down the field, as Tony Cage's group comes out and strikes first, up 6-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard with 9.5 left on the clock in the first quarter of play. That will bring out Pedro Palacios to do the extra point honors. The hold will be done by Boone Julio, as the right-footed Palacios will step out. Ball will be placed at the 3. Palacios lines up with the spot at the 10 for a 20-yard attempt. Ball down, ball up, and the kick is good. down the middle, and the Beavers lead 7-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Rough start for the Cardinals. We'll be back after this with more on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. It's time to take a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs for September 15th through the 21st. And we start off with boneless beef chuck or eye of round roasts at $2.99 a pound. Grab their $10 mix or match bags with options like cantaloupe, Bartlett pears, Gala apples, oranges, pineapple, carrots, lettuce, cauliflower or broccoli, and wrap it all up with a tasty treat from their bakery with a baker's dozen chocolate chip cookies. Buy one, get one free. That's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs. The American Falls Beavers make it look easy on their opening drive of the game. 2.5 minutes into the game, and they already lead 7-0, led on the back of Cervantes, who carried the ball 4 times for 19 yards, and a long passing play for 22 yards to the end zone for Julio, hitting up with Putnam. It'll be the Beavers to kick the ball off as, once again, Palacios lines up. Ball teed up at the 40, right to left kick on the way. It's a line drive kick that's going to go past Andrew Stewart and rolls into the end zone, and the Cardinals will be able to take over on the 20-yard line. That kick brought to you by Rainy Day Massage. Jake Rainey of Rainy Day Massage says right now you can get $15 off of a 50-minute massage. That includes steaming Sones therapy simply by mentioning that you heard this ad during the local broadcast. Call Jake at 435-703-0195 and begin feeling better today. Again, that brought to you by Rainy Day Massage. Cardinals will come out 2 backs in the backfield as Mumford flanked to his right by Stewart and Nielsen. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left, 5 offensive linemen for the Cardinals. As the snap goes to Mumford, he'll fake the handoff, keeps this one himself as he rolls to the near side and is going to be taken down for a 4-yard loss by 3 separate Beavers, including Russell Atkins, who made the first hit.
Number 3, Thomas Nielsen, brought down by Russell.
And Logan Mumford struggles for yardage on the first play, and 4-yard loss brings up a 2nd down and 12. They'll actually give him the 18-yard line, so only a loss of 2 on the play as they give him the benefit of positive yardage moved up to, as the Cardinals will bring both Mason Smith and Riley Harris into the formation. Tight formation. They'll throw the ball now into a little slant route, and catching the ball on a curl at the 26-yard line and falling forward to the 27 on the play is Mason Smith, as he goes out on the play and is able to reel that one in, and a good reception there that goes for a gain on the play of, call it, 9 yards. So the first passing play of the game, a success for the Cardinals. We'll see if they can continue that. 3rd down and 2 to go, needing the 30-yard line. Ball in the middle of the field as Mumford moves Harris a little bit closer to the line. Now it'll be a keeper up the middle. Mumford trying to fight his way forward, and the pile will be pushed ahead by the offensive line of the Cardinals as Logan Mumford is going to get the first down on a 3-yard carry straight up the gut. And the Cardinals, on their first drive, are able to move the chains on 3 plays. And with 7 minutes and 53 seconds left to go, and the clock winding, they'll have 1st down and 10 at their own 31-yard line, moving left to right on your video screen and radio dial. We'll break the huddle. Mumford still with Nielsen and Stewart in the backfield with them. To the right side, Taylor Adams and Justin Morrison. To the left side, I believe, is Harris. And a false start going to be whistled here already. Excuse me, this one's going to be encroachment, as the far side line judge makes the signal for encroachment, and 5 yards on the Beavers will help the Cardinals. And it makes it a 1st down and 5 to go instead of a 1st down and 10. And the Cardinals will line up with the same play call, same formation, as Mumford in the shotgun takes a snap, pitches it to the near side. It'll be Stewart trying to get to the edge. Not great blocking in front of him as he rolls out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 37.5-yard line, call it the 38, and it's a gain of 2 on the play. Stewart's first carry just trying to get to the edge. The Beavers were there to cover it. 2nd down, a long 3. Beavers out there in their all black uniforms, black helmets with the silver decals white numbers, black pants with red and black trim. Mumford with Stewart behind him in the shotgun. Brings up the power formation with Taylor Adams and Mason Smith up to the side of the line. Nielsen switches over to the right, and it'll be a handoff again to Stewart. He'll tuck in behind his big old offensive line and is able to push his way forward again off to the right tackle and fires his way all the way up to the 45-yard line and a gain of 7. And the Cardinals offense moving fluidly here in the opening quarter, trying to answer back, eating up some clock as well. 2.5 minutes off with the clock winding at 6 minutes and 53 seconds and counting. The Cardinals have already chewed up 25 yards of field on 5 plays, as well as the help of a penalty. Again, 2 wideouts split to each side. Harris and Morrison to the right. To our near side, Mumford will put Morrison into motion across the formation, trips to the left, as now he'll take the snap in the shotgun. Looks to pitch it out again. It'll be Stewart. Pursued by several Beavers. Gets to the edge and is going to be forced out of bounds once again. The outside rushing game for the Cardinals working well, but not before a 6-yard gain is going to make it a 2nd down and 4. As the Cardinals continue to do much better on their blocking, and that was something that they were focusing on this year, or this week in practice, was on the blocking of the offensive line, sustaining their blocks, not pushing too far ahead, but also on closing off the linebackers, making sure they didn't get easy access. That was something that Ryrie did very well in their last game. 2nd down and 4, still in that shotgun formation for the Cardinals, as Harris will come closer to the line, stands on the AF at the middle of the field. Now Nielsen comes into motion across the formation. It'll be a handoff to Nielsen. Beats out 2 pursuers in the backfield before being met hard at the 47-yard line. Coming up with the tackle once again is Russell Atkins. Goes as a gain of 2 on the play up to the 47 and brings up 3rd down for the Cardinals. Nielsen's first carry of the game, as that was a end around for the Cardinals. Worked fairly well, but the linebackers attacked it quickly, and we'll see if the Cardinals can gain these final 2 yards. 3rd down and 2, needing to get it to just shy of the 45-yard line of the Beavers. In Beavers territory, Mumford in that pistol type formation as Morrison will come across the formation to again set up trips to the left. On the near side, Adams stands alone. Line gets set. There'll be a pitch out to Stewart, firing him down and pushing him to the dirt for an automatic loss on the play as Luis Cervantes, as he drops him for a loss of 4 on the play. That'll move the ball back to the Cardinals' 46-yard line. And the Beavers defense comes up strong on a stuff up the gut. And the Cardinals drive will be forced to punt this ball away with 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter of play. 7-0, the Beavers on top on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard in the first quarter, as Morrison will move back into the middle of the field, standing at about the 35-yard line to punt it away. No return man for the Beavers, as they're just going to let this one fly. Good snap to Morrison, good blocking, and he fires this one down the field. It's going to take a good Cardinals bounce, checks up at the 10 and rolls to the 9-yard line, and that is where the Beavers will take over. They'll actually mark it at the 10. Good punt, good field position for the Cardinals defense to come out with 4 minutes and 36 seconds, and that was a big win for the Cardinals in a small way, as they were at least able to reverse field position on the American Falls Beavers and give them a very long field to try and march down. Now you just need the defense of the Cardinals to come up with a couple of stops and get the ball back so the offense can once again get back out there and continue to work. American Falls will again come out with Julio underneath center. 2 wideouts this time, as Putnam split out to the right. To the near side is number 12, Austin Vasquez. The backs behind him will include Cervantes as the fullback, and number 33, Russell Atkins, out there as well, as he will be the top of the I to dot it in the power formation. Clock starts. The official blows the whistle for the resumption of action. It'll be a run to the near side by Atkins. Slips one tackle in the backfield from Taylor Adams. Gets through another couple before finally being pulled down across the 35-yard line up to the 38-yard line. A 28-yard run after a broken tackle in the backfield by Russell Atkins, and the Cardinals' inability to make tackles hurting them massively on that play. Taylor Adams had him in the backfield but lost a hold of his foot, and it makes it a 1st and 10 at the 38 as the field position the Cardinals were able to get goes away, and they will line up once again against the Beavers. Julio again, same formation, hands this off to Atkins at the top of the eye. He'll make his way through, cuts back to the middle of the field before being taken down by a host of Cardinals across the AF and into Cardinal territory at the 45-yard line, a 17-yard gain. 2 massive gains of double-digit yards and 45 yards already trucked behind Russell Atkins as the Beavers look to add on to what is already a 7-0 score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Clock winds to 3:49 and counting with the ball spotted in between the hash marks at the 45 in Cardinal territory. Julio comes up, 2 wideouts to either side with Cervantes as the back at the top of the eye. It'll be a handoff to the fullback who's stuffed up on the play for a loss of 1.5 yards. The number carrying it that time is Tyler Beck, the senior. Was going to get a few carries here tonight, and his first carry of the night, not something that he's going to want to write home about, as it's a loss of 1 yard on the play. The second time the Cardinals defense has been able to stuff the American Falls Beavers for a loss, but we'll see if they can keep that going. They need to get that momentum moving more in their favor, especially right now with the ball at the middle of the field. 2nd down and 11 to go. It'll be a shotgun formation now for the Beavers as they'll split trips out to the left side. Cervantes joining Putnam as well as Vasquez as Julio calls out the cadence, takes the snap in the shotgun, flips out to the near side where Putnam is going to be hit, loses the football on the ground at the 44, and it's a turnover to the Cardinals. After a gain of 2 yards, Putnam loses the football, and the Cardinals defense is going to get a huge benefit in their favor on the fumble, as the turnover gives them good field position at near half midfield on the near side hash mark. 2 minutes and 37 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, still 7-0, and the Cardinals offense will look to pick up where they left off. They had been moving the ball well until a pitch to the outside cost them 5 yards on a carry by Andrew Stewart. 2 backs in the backfield with Logan Mumford. They'll hand off. No, Logan keeps it, pitches it to the near side as Morrison. No, Stewart is going to be met and taken down wrestling style on the near side. I believe on the tackle was Jason Stuckey, number 70 of the American Falls Beavers. It'll be a gain of 1, and that is a generous gain of 1 for Andrew Stewart on the carry. Good defense played there by the Beavers. Brings up a 2nd down and a very long 9. Call it 10. He'll move the ball up about the length of a football. As out of the game checks Mason Smith. Taylor Adams back out onto the field for the Soda Springs Cardinals with 2 minutes and counting to go in the first quarter of play. Cardinals working left to right in the gray road uniforms, black helmets, as Mumford will be all alone in the backfield. Quad split out to the left side with Harris to the right. All by himself. Snap goes over to Morrison. Flags come flying out as the play is going to be blown dead. And again, it's encroachment against the American Falls Beavers, I believe.
Karen Hammond and Jackie Grover, I have
not sure who it was called on.
In the announcer's booth. Karen Hammond and Jackie Grover, if you could come see.
But it will be against the Beavers, and they will have 5 more penalties marched off against them. And after getting a stop on 1st down, the Cardinals will get a little bit of a generous gift from the American Falls Beavers and move themselves to a 2nd down and 5 to go. It's as good as a 5-yard carry by Andrew Stewart. Same formation for the Cardinals as Mumford will come out in the shotgun. Looked like on the first time he was going to pass it out to the left side. Same play, and now he'll keep it himself. He jukes out the defense and fires his way forward through the middle of the line and all the way up to the 41-yard line of the Beavers. And I think he used the fact that the Beavers saw the early play last time. They were expecting it to go there. Everybody shifted to that side, and Mumford takes it forward for a 9-yard carry and gets the Cardinals a 1st down. Cardinals already up to 23 rushing yards tonight with 1 minute and 16 to go in the first quarter. Clock winds, working left to right inside Beavers territory in a 7-0 ball game. Mumford in that shotgun formation. They'll bring Harris towards the line, stays about 2 yards away from the side of the tackle before a pitch comes outside to Stewart. He can't handle it. Ball still free, and Mumford dives on it, but I think it bounces into the hands of one of the American Falls Beavers, and coming up with the football is Wyatt Kern, the freshman linebacker. on the spot and comes up with a turnover to give it right back over to the American Falls Beavers on a play that Andrew Stewart started running without the football on the pitch. It wasn't the greatest pitch to him, but it was one where you expect him to secure the ball first because you can't go anywhere without it. And at midfield, the American Falls Beavers will take over with the football with Julio under center. He's going to hand this off to Cervantes to the right side. It's pushed backwards, and Dursteller is going to fall down as he had him in his sights. I think he wants a block in the back, but Cervantes able to beat him out and make it a 10-yard gain up to the 40-yard line on his 4th carry of the game. 29 yards now on the night for Cervantes on 5 carries. The American Falls Beavers already up over 70 yards. I believe 73 if my math is correct. Only one passing play with 25 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 American Falls on top. Julio hands off again to Cervantes, able to miss one man, wrapped up around the ankles and combining on the tackle. It looks like it was Taylor Adams around the ankles before it's Mumford to finish it off after a short gain of 3 yards. And that, I believe, will wrap up this first quarter of play as the Cardinals trail 7-0 to the American Falls Beavers here on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. Not a bad first quarter for the Cardinals. They're still close as the offense has shown some promise. The defense has been sticking tough after a long drive or a short drive gave the American Falls Beavers a 1-0 lead. We'll be back with quarter number 2 on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
Welcome back out to American Falls, Idaho on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. The Beavers with the football driving in Soda Springs territory. And the first play of the game is going to be a quick snap to Julio. He fakes the handoff to Cervantes. Is going to be pulled down on the near side at the 40-yard line, twirling him down to the ground. Kyle Dursteller, or excuse me, that actually Riley Harris with the tackle. And it's a 3-yard loss on the play for Luis Cervantes. And the Cardinals will pick up and start the second quarter where they want to, as it is a 3rd down and 10 coming up for the American Falls Beavers with 11 minutes and 28 seconds to go. 7-0 your score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Julio will come up under center, and he'll drop back to pass. He gets a quick rush in his face, now lost one towards the near side, and they're getting the foot in bounds at the 20-yard line, and somehow pulling it in is Cameron Hennish. A 20-yard loft down the sideline. Hennish beat what looked like a zone defense being played by the Soda Springs Cardinals, and already 42 passing yards on the game.
American Falls High School principal Travis Hansen's birthday today.
For Julio. And the American Falls Beavers convert on 3rd down and 10 with 11 minutes to go in the second quarter of play, as Julio will again come up. The Beavers just on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll move a man into motion and flags fly. This will be on the Cardinals for encroachment as the defensive line on the far side jumped across the line of scrimmage. And looking at the number, I believe that ended up being Jacob Housley, who ended up jumping first across the line. He was also joined on the play by Hunter Bybee. So 5 yards and penalties there against the Cardinals this time, as the Beavers will move the ball up to the 15-yard line. 20 total penalty yards against the Cardinals. Another snap to Julio, drops back, lofts one, end zone wide open with nobody around him. is once again Hennish, and Cameron Hennish reels it in as the American Falls Beavers get themselves a 2-score lead, and nobody was near Hennish as he stood in the right side corner. Somebody lost their man. 2 touchdown passes for the American Falls Beavers, and they lead the Soda Springs Cardinals 13-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. An extra point coming up, brought to you by Bear Lake Drug, as up to put the extra point through will be Luis Cervantes. He's already 1 for 1. And looks to go to 2 for 2 as the kick is up and good. And it is now a 14-0 game on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. Back after this with more on KBRV 800 The Bear and your home for all Caribou County sports.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
The Soda Springs Cardinals give up another touchdown here in the second quarter of play with 10 minutes and 28 seconds left to go, and they trail 14-0 to the American Falls Beavers on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. They will look to return this kickoff now with once more Palacios left to kick this one off. Opening kickoff, or all kickoffs, brought to you by Rainy Day Massage. As Palacios set to line up, right-footed kicker, kicking left to right, high kick end over end is going to be fielded at the 1-yard line by Morrison. Picking his way forward, sees the 20, guards to go to the sideline, and is going to beat a man before slipping and falling down at the 21-yard line, and that's where the Cardinals will pick up. They'll actually mark him at the 20, and the Soda Springs Cardinals will have 80 yards of turf to try and maneuver in order to get up onto the scoreboard, trailing 14-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. That kickoff, again, brought to you by Jake Rainey of Rainy Day Massage, where right now you can get $15 off a 50-minute massage that includes steaming stones therapy simply by mentioning that you heard this ad during our local sports broadcast. You can call Jake at 435-703-0195 and begin feeling better today. The Soda Springs Cardinals will come back out with a tight bunched formation, and it'll be a snap to Mumford. Ball's going to be taken on the right side by Andrew Stewart for a gain of, call it, 3 yards. And it will make it 2nd down and 7 yards to go from the 23-yard line. Stewart able to just pick his way forward through a small hole on that side on a quick carry. For the American Falls Beavers, right now they have not given up any big plays to the Cardinals, but the Cardinals have chipped away. Were it not for a fumbled football, there would not have been a turnover that set up the Beavers for that last score. It'll be Mumford in that pistol, 2 wideouts to each side. Smith and Harris will come to each side with Morrison and Nielsen to each wing. It'll be another pass coming up for Mumford. Steps up in the pocket as it collapses around him, and he gets to the original line of scrimmage at the 23-yard line and no further on that carry, and it brings up a 3rd down now. And 7 yards to go still. Mumford had to tuck that one as he felt pressure coming from around him, and on the pressure it was really being applied by Corbin Boyer from the left side, the big end, also up the middle. There was a big gut rush coming from Oscar Reyes. Soda Springs working right to left, down 14-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. We'll see Mumford step up, and they'll move quads out to the left side as Case Griffiths and Andrew Stewart will shift over to the left. One man out to the right is Harris. Snap goes into Mumford. He looks over to that side. Now he's going to look deep. He's got a couple of guys, and it's going to be caught by Nielsen at the 40-yard line. Mason Smith thought it was for him, missed the ball, and luckily so, as Nielsen falls forward for a 37-yard pass and catch on the second passing play of the game for the Soda Springs Cardinals, and it moves the chains into Beaver territory. Nielsen able to take it and hold on to it as he was drugged down to the ground. Big momentum play for the Cardinals there as they get the offense working. Still 14-0, but they're back in Beavers territory with just over 8 minutes left to play. Mumford in the shotgun, 2 wideouts to each side. Takes the snap, looks to his right, quick pass to Harris. He's going to tuck it and carry it forward for a 3-yard gain on the quick pass play out to the right side. All you got to do is gain little pieces of yardage and then set yourselves up for the big play, and that's exactly what the Cardinals do on that one, as you keep the defense guessing where the football is going to go. And right now, Logan Mumford 3 for 3, and that has been a huge help on the play so far. 7:33 to go. As Mumford takes the shotgun snap once again. He'll look to his right once more. This time it's going to be Morrison. He catches a good block, but that's going to be a holding penalty coming back. Morrison scampers into the end zone. It'll end up being a 37-yard passing catch, but I don't think this one is going to count, as that'll be against the Cardinals, as Harris, when he moved out there to the right side, ended up holding on to the man that Morrison was trying to jump around. And a big momentum gainer for the Soda Springs Cardinals will be marching back. See how long this penalty will be. And if it's a holding penalty, it should be 10 yards back to the 49-yard line. And it cost the Cardinals 12 yards on the play. Tough penalty for the Cardinals there, as not only does that move them back to a 2nd down and 19 to go, it also takes away 6 points that they were about to put onto the scoreboard. Clock winds 14-0. They trail on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard with just under 7 minutes to go. Mumford stands in that shotgun formation. He'll move 4 out to the right side once again. Stewart, Smith, Harris, and Nielsen on that side. Griffiths to the near side. He'll be a pass over near side, and coming around to try and get it and breaking up the play is actually Nielsen, as he gets a hand in to keep Cameron Hennish from breaking up the pass or intercepting the pass, as he was more in position for it than was Thomas Nielsen, and it will move to 3rd down and 19 with the ball on the far side hash mark inside Beaver territory at the 49-yard line. We do have a score update. Raft River leading Grace 8-0 in that homecoming matchup for the Grace Grizzlies. Also, we have a final score from North Gem as they take down Butte County 30-14. The North Gem varsity coming away with a big victory this afternoon over the Butte County Pirates, and they move to 2-1 on the season. Cardinals looking for their first victory, 0-3 on the year, down 14-0 to the Beavers though. Mumford in the shotgun, takes a snap, rolls to his right. Looking for somebody. He's going to get hit and wrapped up and taken down by several linemen. Corbin Boyer, the first man there. It's a loss of 5 for Mumford on the play, and the Cardinals march backwards once again, and will have to punt the ball back over to the American Falls Beavers with 6:20 to go and counting in the second quarter. American Falls already up by 2 scores. The Cardinals defense will be looking to keep it that way. And it'll again be Morrison to kick it away. Back to receive is Russell Atkins, standing at about the 10-yard line. Morrison moves himself back to the 32, 13 yards back from the line of scrimmage, and waits for the direct snap. Snap comes deep. Low snap picked up by Morrison, though, and it's a spiral kick that's going to bounce at the 10, roll forward inside the 10 to the 6-yard line, where Andrew Stewart picks it up, and 2 fantastic punts coming from Justin Morrison. This one pins the Beavers back at the 6-yard line, and that's where they'll take over with 5 minutes and 33 seconds left to go. Want to thank once again our sponsors here on KBRV 800 The Bear, as we have a couple of new sponsors onto the program.
Take a moment to do that, would appreciate it. If you can hear me and you're on the AF logo, please, guys, get off.
As State Farm Insurance in Montpelier, Idaho is here to help life go right for you. Call Scott today at 208-847-0141 as the American Falls Beavers first play from scrimmage run it up the gut, and on the carry was number 24. That's Tyler Beck with his first carry of the night. Second carry of the night. The senior gains 7 yards on the play and makes it all the way up to the 9-yard line. So 8 yards actually on the play. He's got 7 yards on the night. Second down. Call it a short 3. Ball on the 14-yard line. They'll actually change it on the scoreboard to 2 yards left to go with under 5 minutes left here in the first half of play. 14-0, the American Falls Beavers on top. In the shotgun will be Julio. Trips off to his left, takes a snap, looks in the middle of the field. He's got another pass complete, and once more it's Cameron Hennish, rappelled up, but not before he gains a solid 15-yard gain all the way up to the 29-yard line. And the passing plays continuing to be a damaging piece to the Soda Springs Cardinals. And for Hennish in particular, he's got 50 yards already on 3 receptions and a touchdown. 4 minutes and 21 seconds to go. This time Julio keeps the ball himself, and he goes nowhere. He is wrapped up in the backfield quickly. Mason Smith on the tackle. It's a loss of 2 on the play this time. Both times that Julio's tried to carry the ball, he has ended up going backwards on the play for -5 yards. The only times the Cardinals really have been able to push the Beavers backwards. Clock winds to under 4 minutes to play now. Ball on the near side hash mark, bringing up a 2nd down and 11 at the 23-yard line. They need the 39 in order to keep this drive going. 2 downs to get it, possibly another one if they don't decide to go for it on 4th. 5 wide receivers in the set. Cervantes will come across the formation, takes the handoff, goes to his left. Flag comes out in the backfield. 2 of them, in fact, as Cervantes rolled up at the 42-yard line on the far side of the field. But this one's coming back as a holding penalty is going to be whistled against the American Falls Beavers. There's 2 different flags, so you could say 2 different holding penalties, and Soda Springs is going to get their first big penalty break on their side as the Beavers' 3rd penalty will march them back to, I believe, the 19-yard line. And it will make this a 9-yard penalty. So 19 yards and penalties on the Beavers. See how they overcome this with 3 minutes and 26 seconds left to go. Julio again comes out in the shotgun. 2 wideouts on each side. Now they'll move Cervantes around the formation and flags again, and they are going to call a false start on the American Falls Beavers. This one, I believe, was on Cervantes as he started moving towards the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped. And the American Falls Beavers continuing to give the Cardinals some gifts as they look to keep moving the ball down the field. 3 minutes and 17 seconds. Clock continues to wind with the ball back at the 14-yard line once again. It's 2nd down and 26 to go. Cardinals looking at a prevent defense here, as you just want to keep the Beavers from getting themselves any deep plays, especially this late in the 2nd quarter of play. Close to halftime, under 3 minutes to play, and a timeout taken by the Beavers as Julio wants to talk things over with his coach, and we will take a timeout with them. This game once again being brought to you by State Farm. The State Farm Insurance of Montpelier, Idaho is here to help life go right. Call Scott at 208-847-0141 for personal service. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
It's so pretty here.
Katie's away at college,
There's the library.
but she can still be close to her mom back home.
Got all the best books.
Travis is working on a big report. High-speed internet puts a world of information at his fingertips. Silver Star Communications provides connections that help students learn and keep families close, even when they're miles apart. Get your family in touch and informed with high-speed internet from Silver Star Communications. Call today or visit silverstar.com.
Welcome back out once again to American Falls, Idaho on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com as the Soda Springs Cardinals with a 14-0 deficit to try and overcome on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com as the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard shows 2 minutes and 55 seconds to go. Second down and 26 with the Beavers with the ball out of the timeout. Good amount of fans here for the American Falls Beavers on the near sideline. Far sideline, a good amount of Cardinal fans making the trip up as well, about an hour and 15 minutes outside of Soda Springs. Beavers with the power I formation. We'll see Julio drop back, pressured automatically. A diving attempt by a Cardinal, and the throw is going to be pulled in by Hennish at the 30-yard line, wrapped up and taken down on the play by Thomas Nielsen at the 32. A big gain on the play of 16-17 yards. And again, Hennish burns the Cardinals deep. And all that goes back to Julio, though, who ended up scrambling long enough to earn himself some extra time in the backfield as he was able to avoid a tackle from Dylan Parker. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left to go. And Julio, with four wideouts, will move Cervantes again into motion. Off to the left side. He rolls that way. Lau missing a tackle attempt on Julio. He now slips another one. Stumbles forward for a first down at the 43-yard line. Roaming all over the field. He went to the far side hash marks before cruising back to the near side. Beat Nathan Lau on the play before making another man, I believe Logan Mumford, miss and making it all the way up to the 43-yard line for a gain on the play of 11 yards and keeps the chains moving. A 3rd down and 9 converted by the American Falls Beavers. That's a dagger in the back of the Cardinals here in quarter number 2. 14-0. Beavers will hand this ball off again. It's Cervantes pushing his way for a gain of 5 all the way up ahead to the 48-yard line. The clock will keep ticking on down at 1 minute and 36 to go as Cervantes a little bit slow to come up as Kyle Dursteller there to make the hit. 5-yard gain for Cervantes gives him 37 yards on the night. And the Beavers taking their time. Not sure if they're necessarily in any rush to put this into the end zone. There's 1 minute and 17 seconds left to go. Of course, their passing game has been able to gain big chunks of yardage on each corner of the field so far, and they've been able to use all portions of the field in that passing game, middle of the field and the right side in particular. It'll be Julio in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Drops back to pass. Throws one up onto the near side. Putnam's right there. He's got this one. Beating Case Griffiths down the field up to the 20-yard line. A gain that time of 32 yards. And again, the big passing plays burning the Cardinals as 123 yards through the air. Putnam with his second reception. He's got 54 yards now on the night. And the Beavers in the red zone with 52.7 seconds left to go. They'll take a timeout, and we'll take one with them. 14-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Back after this with more on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Imagine a mining company that respects the quality of the environment and health of natural ecosystems. At Monsanto, we don't begin mining unless we can ensure every safeguard is in place to respect the environment. And if they're not, then we don't mine. Simple as that. That's why we take steps before, during, and after mining to reach our goal of leaving the land even better than we found it. Monsanto. Imagine.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the American Falls Beavers. Is out of a timeout. They have the ball at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 here late in the second quarter of play, trying to strike the scoreboard one more time before halftime comes around. 14-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. They lead the Soda Springs Cardinals. We should have an extended halftime coming up as royalty will be announced for the American Falls Beavers here on homecoming night in American Falls. So we'll give you some scores from around the area. We have some from Grace as well as one from North Gem. We'll recap some volleyball matches as well as give you a look ahead. First, though, we have 52 more seconds to go as Julio, bull rush right in his face, throws the ball away, does not get it out of bounds, though. And I did not see there was a receiver in the area, as Preston Putnam was over there, and it goes as an incomplete pass. That's the first incompletion tonight for the American Falls Beavers, and Boone Julio makes it 2nd down and 10, 48.5 seconds left to go. I believe American Falls with one more timeout remaining out of their 3 as Putnam lines up to the right side, I formation with Cervantes dotting the I. It'll be a handoff. No, play action pass thrown to the near side. Hennish gets 2 feet in at the 11-yard line, just short of the first down. But Hennish somehow is able to stop his momentum and pull it in for a 10-yard gain on what is his 5th reception of the night. A fantastic catch to keep that one in. And the American Falls Beavers are set up with 3rd down and inches to go. 41 seconds on the clock. They ran off a little bit of time. Is that one out of bounds? Clock stops. And the Beavers will come up with 4 wideouts, 2 split out to each side. And in the backfield is Tyler Beck. It'll be a pass once again. This one almost intercepted. Kyle Dursteller read a pass to Hennish this time and got his fingertips on it and able to bat it out of the way. And it brings up a 4th down and inches to go for the American Falls Beavers from their own 10 and an inch yard line. 14-0, 37.2 seconds to go. We'll see if the Beavers decide to go for it or take the kick here. No, they're going to bring Palacios back in. It looked like they were going to run him out for the field goal attempt, and now they will instead decide to go for it. 4th down and inches. This is where games can be won and lost for teams, as they'll have a power I formation and a man into motion as Cervantes takes the handoff straight up the gut, easily has the first down, stopped up at the 8-yard line, and a timeout will possibly be taken as they'll move the chains forward, and they'll stop action while they move the chains. And a timeout will now be taken by the American Falls Beavers as well. So we'll take a timeout as well. The Beavers at the 8-yard line with 33 seconds to go, threatening to punch the ball through. We'll be back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com with a 14-0 score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard.
Oh, hi. Right now I'm getting a remarkably heartfelt bear hug from Smokey Bear. Thanks, big guy. Now, if you could let me down. See, I made sure there were no low-hanging branches when I set up my campfire. And before we left, I drowned out my campfire, stirred it, drowned it out again, then made sure it was cold. Visit SmokeyBear.com to learn tips to prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Cardinals trying to keep this game close, 14-0 at the near halftime mark. 33 seconds left to go, but the American Falls Beavers looking to try and punch this one through as they have the ball at the 8-yard line. They'll come out in the power I formation with Cervantes once again dotting the I. Beck in front of him as the fullback with Hennish as a end split up on the left side of the formation. 2 wideouts include Putnam as well as Austin Vasquez. And a jump will come on the near side. I believe that's Vasquez jumping across the line of scrimmage. And no flags come out, but we'll see if this is false start or an encroachment penalty. And I believe it will be a false start, judging by the Cardinals' reaction. And it's encroachment on the Cardinals, as that'll march them back 5 yards. On their 4th penalty of the game so far, already they've had 37 yards in penalties. Tough one for the Cardinals to take there. Makes it 1st down and 4.5 to go from the 4.5-yard line. 1st and goal for the Beavers with 32.2 seconds left. As under center will go Julio. I formation. Gives this one off. No, handoff, or fakes the handoff on a play action pass into the end zone. This time finding Austin Vasquez in the right side corner by the pylon, and it's a 3rd touchdown pass on the night for Julio, as Boone Julio continues to show his strong passing ability. We'll have another point after attempt being brought to you by Bear Lake Drug. As at Bear Lake Drug, they have everything you need to get better quick and carry durable medical equipment for purchase or rent. It'll be Julio to hold, Palacio to kick, and the kick is high up into the air and through the uprights. Good. And on a 5-yard passing play, Boone Julio gives the American Falls Beavers a 21-0 lead over the Soda Springs Cardinals here right about at halftime on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. Back after this on your home for Cardinal Athletics.
When you're 15 and pregnant, all the stuff just goes through your mind. You're his mom. You're supposed to be the one taking care of him and raising him, but you can't do it without support. I wanted to give him a better life. When I found out I was pregnant, I don't know, just a light hit me in my heart, just saying adoption.
For more information, go to ichooseadoption.org.
I'm Miranda and I chose adoption.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the Soda Spring, or the home of the American Falls Beavers, where they are proving it on homecoming night as they lead 21-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Another kickoff upcoming, brought to you by Rainy Day Massage. If you're a top athlete or an individual recovering from surgery, or if you simply need to relieve stressed muscles, call Rainy Day Massage at 435-703-0195 in Soda Springs. Mention this ad and get $15 off with a regular pricing of a 50-minute massage that includes steaming stones therapy. It'll be Palacios again to kick it off, as this a line drive kick that will bounce and be fielded by Stewart at the 1. Picks it up. He's going to try and make his way forward, moves his way past Justin Morrison and drive past a defender as Dawson Winder was bowled over by the smaller Andrew Stewart as he makes it all the way up to the 27-yard line on the kick return. And a little bit of aggression taken out there by one of the Cardinals senior leaders, and Andrew Stewart picking that ball up and just taking it straight to the Beavers' teeth. First down and 10 at the 27-yard line with just 18 seconds to go, and we'll see how the Cardinals decide to play this coming out of this huddle. See if they try to score some points or if they just go for the quick run to bring it to the half. They'll bring Mason Smith and Riley Harris into the formation. Mumford in that shotgun, takes a snap, looks to pass. He's got pressure right away. No, he doesn't have pressure, but he steps up, rolls to his right, makes a hit, falls forward, and the ball comes loose at the 35-yard line. They'll call it second down, and a timeout, I believe, taken by the Cardinals at the 35. There looks to be a flag on the field as well. And we'll see what the official call is. They're going to say helmet-to-helmet contact against the Beavers. I believe that is what the signal was. As knocking on the helmet's one that I've not necessarily seen very often. 9.2 seconds left to go. And we'll see how many yards they mark off. This will be a 15-yard penalty against the Beavers after the 8-yard gain, and moves the ball up to the 50-yard line, where the Soda Springs Cardinals will take over with 9.2 seconds left to go. And the clock will wind. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Nobody paying attention on the Cardinals sideline. And a timeout taken by the Cardinals with 2.7 seconds left to go, and a mental miscue both by Coach Garbett and the Cardinals, as on the play, Logan Mumford never made it out of bounds, and luckily they saved themselves time for one last heave towards the end zone. We'll take a break. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
It's time to take a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs for September 15th through the 21st. And we start off with boneless beef chuck or eye of round roasts at $2.99 a pound. Grab their $10 mix or match bags with options like cantaloupe, Bartlett pears, Gala apples, oranges, pineapple, carrots, lettuce, cauliflower, or broccoli, and wrap it all up with a tasty treat from their bakery with a Baker's Dozen chocolate chip cookies. Buy one, get one free. That's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the American Falls Beavers on homecoming night in American Falls. Homecoming for the Soda Springs Cardinals will be next week, and the Cardinals are hoping that you will come out and pack the stands as they take on rival Westside and look to try and get a district start with a 1-0 start in district play. Cardinals have 2.7 seconds left here to try and get a play started, as there will be two backs flanking Mumford in the backfield, two wideouts to the right, one to the near side. 5 men on the line of scrimmage. Mumford drops back. Good protection, plenty of time. He's going to heave one up. Wobbling pass coming back on it is Morrison, and he is taken down on the play after pulling the ball in at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 26 on the passing play, but not enough to get it to the end zone, and the Cardinals will head into the halftime break with the scores sitting 21-0 in favor of the American Falls Beavers on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. But there are some positives to take out of this game for the Cardinals so far. We'll come back and talk about some of those during our halftime show and also give you the halftime numbers tonight of how these two teams have been playing. 21-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone: food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma, or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center, Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the American Falls Beavers. Halftime going on right now with a score of 21-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard, as the American Falls Beavers have scored 3 times to 3 separate receivers tonight, as they have had plenty of success through the air, and we get to that with our stats right now on the Sanders Halftime Show, brought to you by Sanders Furniture and Appliance in Soda Springs, where they carry only the best brands, including Lazy Boy, Amanda, Maytag, and more. That's Sanders Furniture and Appliance, making your house a home. And we start off with Julio, as Boone Julio has gone 9 for 11 for 138 yards. He's thrown 3 touchdowns as well. The long tonight has been a 32-yard pass that he completed on a play to Putnam that really helped to keep a drive going on a 3rd down and 10, and threw down the right sideline. He's also got a 22-yard pass, a 20-yard pass, a 17-yard pass, and you get the picture. It's been a lot of big passes for the American Falls Beavers that have earned them some very big positive yards. As far as the rushing game is concerned, Cervantes has 8 carries for 40 yards. 2 carries on the night so far for Russell Atkins for 45 yards. 2 carries as well on the night for Tyler Beck. He's got 7 yards. And Julio has also run 3 times for 6 yards on the night. As far as the receiving game is concerned, Putnam has caught the ball twice for 54 yards and a touchdown tonight. Vasquez has caught the ball twice as well for 7 yards. He's fumbled it once and has a touchdown on his other, and he's got 7 total yards. And also carrying the ball, Hennish has caught the ball 5 times for 77 yards and a touchdown as well. 3 different receivers tonight for the Beavers, 3 different receivers scoring touchdowns for the Beavers. They have been bitten by the penalty bug a bit themselves, as they have 34 penalty yards on the night on 5 different penalties. None of those really coming back to hurt them. For the Soda Springs Cardinals, they've been led through the air as well, as Logan Mumford 4 for 5 for 75 yards, a 37-yard completion to Thomas Nielsen, and then at the very end of the half, he was able to hit Justin Morrison on a 26-yard pass play on a streak down the sideline to try and score late, and that gives him 75 yards, easily the best passing game of the season so far for Logan Mumford. No touchdowns, no interceptions on the scoreboard yet, but there's still plenty of time to change that. As far as the rushing game is concerned, the Cardinals are in positive numbers, and they're almost to 30 yards. 6 carries for Andrew Stewart for 14 yards, 6 carries for Logan Mumford for 13 yards, and 1 carry for Thomas Nielsen for 2 yards as well. 4 different receivers have caught passes. Nielsen with 37 yards on 1 catch, Morrison with 26 yards on 1 catch, Mason Smith has 1 reception for 9 yards, and Riley Harris has 1 reception for 3 yards. We'll take a look now at our standout student when we come back after this quick break on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Imagine a mining company that respects the quality of the environment and health of natural ecosystems. At Monsanto, we don't begin mining unless we can ensure every safeguard is in place to respect the environment. And if they're not, then we don't mine. Simple as that. That's why we take steps before, during, and after mining to reach our goal of leaving the land even better than we found it. Monsanto. Imagine.
It's so pretty here.
Katie's away at college,
There's the library.
but she can still be close to her mom back home. Travis is working on a big report. High-speed internet puts a world of information at his fingertips. Silver Star Communications provides connections that help students learn and keep families close, even when they're miles apart. Get your family in touch and informed with high-speed internet from Silver Star Communications. Call today or visit silverstar.com.
Caleb Burgraff joined here with Boshay Buck, who is a freshman at Soda Springs High School. And Boshay, you're a standout student for this week. To start off, what's the high school been like for you so far with the move up from middle school?
It's all right. There's no drama. It's a little harder.
Talk about some of the classes that you're in, some of the things that you enjoy taking. What are some of your favorite classes so far?
I like musical. I like intro art. Just simple classes that have nothing really to do but what I like to do.
When you think about doing those, what are some of the things that you really like the most about? Let's start off with musical. What makes that class so fun?
That I get to talk to my friends and be with them and just have fun.
In art, you get to express yourself a little bit as well. What's your favorite medium to work with in art?
I just like to draw. It helps me express myself.
What's the best drawing that you've ever done? Not necessarily in high school, but anywhere as a kid, growing up, or in other classes?
I've drawn an elephant with Zentangle things. I draw a lot of stuff. I've drawn a Lilo and Stitch thing.
Are there any other mediums that you'd like to get into?
Not really.
Talk about teachers. Teachers always make it more fun in a lot of the classrooms. Are there any teachers that have really stood out to you?
There's Mr. Yuskowski, my math teacher, and there's my art teacher, Mr. Berg.
When you walk into a classroom and want to get a good learning environment, what do you look for from a teacher?
Somebody who can help you.
Outside of school, you don't necessarily do a lot of clubs or anything like that, but what are some of the things that you like to do for fun when you're not at the high school?
I like to play volleyball, and I do art, and I like to be outside.
Where's your favorite place to go outside around this area?
I just like to wander around and look at things.
If you had one place Whether it's here or anywhere that you could go and just kind of enjoy nature, where's the favorite place that you would want to go to?
By the water somewhere.
Looking at Soda Springs High School, again, you haven't been here for a very long time yet, but what makes it fun to come into the doors here?
Seeing my friends.
Well, Beauchet, I appreciate you taking the time to sit down and talk with us. You're a standout student for this week, and we'll wish you good luck as you continue on through your high school career.
Thank you.
That was freshman Beauchet Buck, who is our standout student for this week on the Sanders Halftime Show. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll give you a scoring summary from tonight's game, as well as look at some of the other scores from around the area. As Grace in action right now, North Gem was in action earlier. That all coming up on the Sanders Furniture Halftime Show. At Sanders Furniture and Appliance in Soda Springs, they carry only the best brands, including Lazy Boy, Amana, Maytag, and more. Sanders Furniture and Appliance, making your house a home. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
This broadcast of high school sports is being made possible by the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, serving Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming. It's time to take a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs for September 15th through the 21st. And we start off with boneless beef chuck or eye of round roast at $2.99 a pound. Grab their $10 mix or match bags with options like cantaloupe, Bartlett pears, Gala apples, oranges, pineapple, carrots, lettuce, cauliflower, or broccoli, and wrap it all up with a tasty treat from their bakery with a baker's dozen chocolate chip cookies. Buy one, get one free. That's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs.
Imagine a mining company who nurtures butterflies. At Monsanto, we plant wildflower seeds on recently mined land. The flowers support a thriving butterfly population, which then feeds small birds, who are in turn hunted by eagles and hawks. By paying attention to nature's detail, Monsanto sustains a broader ecosystem. That's one reason why 6 federal and state agencies have honored us with their highest award for excellence in annual operations. Monsanto. Imagine.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma, or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center, Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Homecoming festivities continuing on here at the field as we have about 4 minutes and 49 seconds left until the start of action in quarter number 3, as the Soda Springs Cardinals will be looking to come back from a 3-score deficit to the American Falls Beavers, as they ended up giving up 3 touchdowns, all 3 of them through the air, as Boone Julio is on fire so far, 9 for 11 passing the ball to this point in time. The first one came 2.5 minutes into the game with a 22-yard touchdown pass to Putnam. That made it a 7-0 score after the PAT was made by Pedro Palacios. Boone Julio then completed a pass with 10 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the second quarter. That made it 14-0, as on the reception there was Cameron Hennish wide open, nobody near him in the back of the end zone. The final score of the half would come with 26.6 seconds left to go and a 5-yard pass from Boone Julio to Austin Vasquez. That would make it 21-0 after another PAT was made by Pedro Palacios, who has been perfect on the night for his PAT attempts and has not yet had to attempt a field goal so far on the night. Cardinals will hope to at least force some field goals, as they want to keep the Beavers out of the end zone, but they're really hoping to keep the Beavers off the scoreboard as a whole. And a couple other scores to let you know about. The Soda Springs Cardinals are not the only team in action today, obviously, with 3 other county schools. The Cardinals ended up giving the North Gym Cowboys some time to play as they are home at 4 o'clock this afternoon. The Cowboys came away with a victory by a score of 30 to 14 over the Butte County Pirates in the first matchup of those two teams at the same level. Butte County coming away with the loss, and the Cowboys moved to 2-1 on the season. Butte County, I believe, moves to 2-2 on the season. In other action, the Grace Grizzlies are currently taking on Raft River. That matchup is at 8-0 last we heard. But we do not have a final on that one for the halftime score. We do, however, hope to get that to you before this game progresses too much further. 21-0 again your score as we sit here at halftime waiting for the two teams to come back out onto the field of play. And for the Soda Springs Cardinals, a couple of the keys to the game for them tonight. I think you first of all have to look at the idea that they have to get some stops on defense through the air. They've had a couple of kids beat on deep passes down the field when they've been there for coverage but have not necessarily been able to do anything with the ball. They have not been able to bat it out of the way. They have not played those passes down the field very well on this portion of the game. Also, in their other offensive attacks, the passing game has been okay, but the rushing game needs to start getting some more consistent gains down the field and needs to start making a little bit more of a push so they can start eating up some clock and eating up some field. Penalty-wise, you also cannot end up giving up over 37 yards of penalties to a team that you are taking on if you want to be able to come away with a victory in a game against a 3A school that's bigger than you and a 3A school that here is with a powerful home crowd on a homecoming night. Cardinals will look to try and turn things around, though, as the opening kick continuing to near here for the second half of action. And we remind you that the opening kickoffs, or all kickoffs, are being brought to you by Rainy Day Massage. Jake Rainey of Rainy Day Massage in Soda Springs is right now offering a $15 off for a 50-minute massage that includes steaming stones therapy, simply by mentioning that you heard this ad during their local sports broadcasts. Call Jake at 435-703-0195 and begin feeling better today. Also, don't forget that the halftime show is brought to you by Sanders Furniture and Appliance in Soda Springs, where they carry only the best brands, including Lazy Boy, Amana Maytag, and more. Sanders Furniture and Appliance, making your house a home. Beavers, on their side of the football, have been playing extremely well. Not a lot of problems that they have had to this point in time. The running game has been able to push the yardage up to nearly 100 yards. They stand just shy of that at 98 yards on the ground so far, 138 yards through the air with those 3 touchdown passes as well. They're going to try and look to finish this game early. They want to put the Cardinals away and get that running clock started. The Cardinals hoping to avoid that fate as they were able to do against Ryrie and continue the progression as well. Each game so far this year, they've been able to play a little bit better and keep themselves a little bit closer. It was 56-6 the first game of the year, then 42-0, and then last week 33-6. So each game has been getting better and better for the Cardinals. They look to continue that here tonight against the Beavers, but they need a strong second half in order to do so, in order to keep this game close. It'll be Palacios of the Beavers to kick this ball away to the Soda Springs Cardinals as the lights completely taking effect here over a very well-known field at American Falls with the red painted half midfield stripe, the big AF in the middle of the field as well, red and white numbers on either side with AF on either one of the end zones in each of the corners, and the big scoreboard at Robert K. Brulat Field. As set to kick it off, a new kicker, Cervantes, will be kicking this one away. Fans making some noise in the student section as well as the parents and pep band around us, and it'll be an onside kick attempt and picked up by Cervantes on the run. He goes to his left, nobody in front of him. A flag is going, or it's going to be stopped though, and I don't know if that one made it all the way to the 45-yard line. We'll see what the officials say, as the ball needs to travel 10 yards. The Cardinals, though, completely brain dead on the start, as they did not even make an attempt to go for the ball when they saw it on the ground. See what the officials do here. And it will be American Falls football at the 50-yard line after recovering the onside kick at the 50. You just can't return the ball after you put the onside kick out there. And they will take over, and a gut shot right away to the Cardinals, who expected to get the ball. Now the defense has to run out and start things up here in the third quarter with 11:58 to go, already trailing 21-0 after the onside kick recovery. It'll be Julio with 4 wideouts, 2 to each side. All snap to him, drops back, pressure immediately. He again slips a couple of tackles, rolls to his left, still being chased, and finally found Cervantes down the field. Has popped up into the air on the far sideline. I believe Andrew Stewart, the man who got the mitt up there to top the ball up into the air, and that is who it was, and it's an incompletion to start the second half of play for the American Falls Beavers. 11 minutes and 49 seconds left to go, with second down and 10 to go from the midfield stripe for the Beavers, with the ball planted squarely in the middle of the AF, in the middle of the field. As I said, lights taking effect here. Shadows cast around the edges of the field beside the intermediate school in American Falls, where the high school football field is. Handoff goes to Cervantes, immediately met in the backfield, and busting his way through the line to make the big tackle is Jacob Housley. And it's a 5-yard loss on the play. Housley not to be denied on that play. And we'll see if Soda Springs can gain some momentum after the big hit. Makes it third down and 15 to go with 11:38 to go. Clock not running for some reason, not sure what it is. And it looks like this will also be a holding penalty tacked onto that, as Housley made the tackle. And a personal foul penalty is going to be tacked onto it. And it'll be against American Falls, and now it makes it third down and 30. And American Falls, after getting the onside recovery, marches themselves backwards instead of going forwards 20 yards. They have to get the ball up to the Cardinals' 40-yard line on this play. Third down and 30. Cardinals with 2 men back towards the 50. It'll be a pitch to the far side to Cervantes. Blocked well. He makes his way into the secondary, spins forward. Another flag comes out at the 40-yard line as Cervantes taken down on the left side of the field at the 44-yard line. I think this one will be coming back after another holding penalty. Expect the Cardinals to decline, though. And we'll see what the official action is going to be on this play. If the play stands as called, it's a 14-yard carry for Cervantes. And it brings up a 4th down and 16 to go. And right now the Cardinals talking things over. And it should be an easy call for the Cardinals, I think, here. If you decline the penalty, there's no way American Falls can go for it with 4th down and 16, or at least you would think that they would not go for it with that much of a down and distance. The penalty will be declined, so it goes as a 14-yard carry for Cervantes to give him 49 yards on the evening, but it makes it a 4th down and 16 to go from the far sideline. And the Beavers do look to be going for it on 4th down and 16. Julio in the shotgun trying to put down a foot onto the throat of the Cardinals. Confidence in their defense. 3 wideouts to the right side as Julio takes the snap, rolls to the right, has a man in the middle of the field, instead comes short. It's going to be picked up, and out of bounds is going to be the step of Preston Putnam at the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 6 yards on the completion, but not enough for the first down. And the Cardinals get the stop on the play despite giving up some yardage back, but they get the ball at the midfield stripe. And the offense, after a delay of about 48 seconds, will get to return to the field with better field position than I think they thought they were going to get on the play. 21-0, they trail on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard as they come up to the line of scrimmage with twins to the right side. And on the near side, Mason Smith bunched up to the formation. 2 in the huddle in the backfield with Mumford, who busts through the defense up the middle of the field. A 14-yard gain up to the 36-yard line. fantastic blocking by the Cardinals, and they'll give him 15 yards on the carry as he takes it all the way up to the 35 on a final spot. And Soda Springs will start out with a fantastic start to the second half, getting a stop after what looked like could have been disaster on an onside kick recovery by the Beavers, and then a huge play to get them forward to the 35-yard line deep in Beaver territory. Nearly the deepest they've been tonight as Mumford, again, two backs in the backfield with them. Same play goes to the right this time. Stiff arms one man away, continues to stay on his feet as he's taken down on the far side finally by Vasquez, but not before a 6-yard carry continues to keep the ball moving forward into the Beavers territory and their side of the field. 21 yards on 2 carries for the Cardinals. They'll call it 2nd down and 5 with the ball across the 30. They need to get the ball to the 25 to keep this drive moving. You would think the Cardinals in 4-down territory now, trailing 21-0 early on in the third quarter. Mumford again flanked by 2 to his right. Takes a snap, same exact play, flips it to the right side. He's got another solid gain for a 1st down up ahead and across the 25. And flags coming out late on the play. And you hope this isn't against the Cardinals after a good 7-yard gain for Logan Mumford. With 9 minutes and 47 seconds to go, things getting a little chippy on the field right now, especially after 3 of the exact same play busting up the gut. And the officials talking things over to see who this is going to go against, and you would hope it's not the Cardinals. It will be a personal foul. And it's against the Beavers for unsportsmanlike conduct, and it'll be a gain of 7 on the play for Mumford to the 23-yard line. And we'll see how much more they decide to add on to this one. It should be half the distance to the goal, and I believe it will place it somewhere at around the 12, the 11 or 12. As the line judge marking things forward, conferring with the officials, making sure they get it right in the field. The Cardinals continue to march up the field, though, and this one will be spotted, as I thought, just outside the 12-yard line. It's an 11-yard penalty for American Falls, and their 3rd double-digit yard penalty in a row. So Soda Springs comes up in the red zone at the 12-yard line, looking to punch the ball in. Same formation, 2 running backs to the right of Mumford in the shotgun, with 2 wideouts to the right as well. Beavers will stack up in the box, and Mumford will take it this time and immediately wrapped up by Cervantes. They saw the play coming. You can try to run it as many times as you want, but when you go 4 straight times with the same play, you expect the defense to catch on at some point in time. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down now, 12 yards to go from the 15-yard line. 9 minutes and 18 seconds and counting on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. 21-0. The Beavers on top of the Cardinals, but Soda Springs driving. They'll split twins out to the near side with Nielsen and Mason Smith to the near side. We'll move Morrison into motion across the formation. Harris by himself on the right side. Mumford in the shotgun, takes the snap, pitches it to the near side to Stewart, trying to get to the edge, turn it on the burners, bumps up to the 15, and he goes nowhere after that. The first man up on the play after the tackle is Johnny Rivas, but it goes as no gain on the play for the Cardinals. And it brings up a 3rd down and 12 at the 15-yard line. And a tough field position here for the Cardinals, as you're not necessarily in field goal range for your kicker. As from what we've seen on the season, they don't necessarily have a huge leg that can make a field goal of 30 yards or more. But you're not really in a manageable 4th down play. So you need to get yardage on this one. Flag comes out. And it's a sideline violation against the American Falls Beavers, as that will be a warning against American Falls. So no penalty yardage marked off. And 3rd down and 12 will continue as Mumford takes a snap. Hit as he throws. That'll be an incomplete pass. Batting the ball down as it was thrown was Jason Stuckey. coming around from the right side, and Mumford is going to be lucky on that one, an incomplete pass. I think if he tucks it and runs it, though, he's going to get at least 5 to 6 yards on the play and maybe more. He'd have momentum going his way as well. Instead, he tries to throw the ball, and it turns into a 4th down and 12 now for the Cardinals, and a tough down and distance to try and do something with at the 15-yard line. And once again, the Cardinals offense on the verge of stalling out inside the red zone. They had this happen to them several times against Ryrie last week. Mumford with 3 to the right side. Takes the snap. Drops back. Not very good protection. The ball floated out over the defense. It's going to be caught and taken down short of the first down marker at a 12 or a 9-yard gain up to the 7-yard line is Nielsen on the far sideline. And it ends up going as a 9-yard gain, but not enough for the Soda Springs Cardinals. A very good touch pass on the play, but again, just shy of being able to move the chains, and that's where those couple yards Mumford could have gained on that last play really hurt the Cardinals as they turn it over on downs inside the red zone, and it'll be picked up by the Beavers at the 7. They'll call it at the 8, 1st down and 10. And Julio goes under center, takes a snap with the I formation, hands this one off. It'll be Cervantes, slips up on the grass, voids the tackle though, uses the tacklers to keep his balance, and is all the way out to the 17-yard line for a 9-yard gain. Just off to the right tackle, and Cervantes refused to go down and used what was open to him to continue moving the ball up the field. Score still sits 21-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard, just over 4.5 minutes into the game. Clock winds under 7 minutes and 28 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter of play. Again, under center will be Julio. Hands this one off. No, play action. Drops it to the near side. It's going to be Hennish taking the pass, completed along the sidelines up to the 26-yard line. That's another solid gain for the Beavers, this time of 9 yards through the air, and they continue to move the chains. That's 153 yards passing now for the American Falls Beavers, and 86 of that going to Hennish on 6 receptions. 7 minutes and 15 seconds as the clock stops after the play went out of bounds. Julio under center. We'll move a man into motion. Snap taken by Julio. Again, it's off to Cervantes. He's able to make his way forward. Another flag comes out. This will be another face mask against the Soda Springs Cardinals. A late flag comes out as well. And it's only the 5-yard variety. I believe against the Cardinals, it's a 4-yard gain, and they will mark off another 5 yards for the face mask. So a little bit of a break for the Cardinals on that one after the 4-yard gain only turns into a 4-yard gain instead of the 15-yard variety. And the Beavers will again come up facing a 2nd down and 1 yard to go. Ball snapped. Over to the far side, Julio looks once again. He's got Hennish open in the flat to the left side at the 45-yard line. He hits a Cardinal there. Nielsen finally takes him down, and the Cardinals give up an 11-yard play through the air once again, and Hennish continues to be the #1 target for Julio on the play so far. He's bordering on 100 yards through the night, 97 receiving yards for Hennish so far. Another penalty on the Cardinals. Will be their 5th going back to that last face mask. 1st down and 10, 46-yard line. Julio in the shotgun. 2 wideouts to each side. Flips one out to the near side. It'll be Hennish once again. Makes one man miss. Good blocking in front of him, and finally rappelling him to the ground and flinging him down is Mumford. Picks him up, but is not before it's another 11-yard gain up to the Cardinals' 44-yard line. More dinking and diving, but it continues to work out for the American Falls Beavers. They've now have 175 yards through the air, and Hennish makes his way now up to 108 yards in the game.
Still got time to find you a cheerleader. Get involved in that.
6 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter of play. The Beavers on a long drive here that started back at their own 8-yard line. 21-0 they lead on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Trips to the left side, and the snap goes to Julio. Another pass this time will be taken by Cervantes. Off balance, puts on the burners, and he's going to have another solid gain, this time 7 yards. They'll mark him actually It will be at the 36-yard line for the 7-yard gain, and it makes it 2nd down and 3, and a Cardinal is hurt on the play on the far side of the field. As the officials will stop play, not sure who the Cardinal is. He's down, and so I cannot catch the number right now. They're going to roll him over, and hopefully he is okay. We're going to take a quick break while they look to him. Back after 30 seconds in the third quarter, 21-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard.
It's time to take a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs for September 15th through the 21st. And we start off with boneless beef chuck or eye of round roasts at $2.99 a pound. Grab their $10 mix or match bags with options like cantaloupe, Bartlett pears, Gala apples, oranges, pineapple, carrots, lettuce, cauliflower, or broccoli, and wrap it all up with a tasty treat from their bakery with a Baker's Dozen chocolate chip cookies. Buy one, get one free. That's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs.
Still not sure who the Cardinal is that is on his back as we sit here with 6 minutes left to go on the dot on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard in the third quarter, halfway through the third quarter of play. And the American Falls Beavers lead this game right now 21-0 with 3 touchdowns through the air. And the air attack has been working for them, 182 yards on the night through the air for the Beavers. And it is 16 for 19 passing for Boone Julio tonight, which that I think is easily your player of the game to this point in time for the American Falls Beavers. Consistent passing, but an easy runner-up for it as well has got to be Hanisch, as Cameron Hanisch, the 6'3" junior, has also pulled in several passes for 108 yards so far on the game. And coming off of the field, it's Riley Harris who's shaken up on the play as they will walk him to the sideline. And with 3 minutes or 3 yards to go on 2nd down and 3, the Cardinals will come out with one of their strongest defensive ends on the season so far. He's got an interception as well as a batted pass on the year to this point in time in the backfield, and has been a consistent presence for them on that wing. That'll bring Mason Smith out to replace him with Dakota Bybee on the other side of that front line. And the Beavers will come back out. 2 wideouts, split to the right, 1 to the left, with 2 running backs in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Cervantes about 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. There'll be a pass to the near side, though, taken by Putnam. Good blocking in front of him. Cuts back to the middle of the field, inside of the hash marks at the 26-yard line, taken down after a gain of 10 on another clean passing play. And those bubble screens starting to work out for the American Falls Beavers now as Putnam gets his 4th reception. He's got 70 yards. And it's 1st down and 10 at the 26 for the Beavers now, with 5 minutes and 46 seconds and counting, up by 3 scores. Trying to add another one to that, threatening to get into the Cardinals' red zone. Ball in the middle of the field, 4 wideouts to each side. Another snap to Julio in the shotgun. Lost one up, off balance throw. It's going to be Hanisch again at the 5. Falls down at the 5-yard line, sliding to make the catch. A 21-yard reception for Hanisch. And you're looking at a star on your hands for the American Falls Beavers. Not just in the passing game, but in the receiving game as well, as 129 yards for Hanisch on the night. 213 yards through the air overall for the Beavers, as they're 5 yards from another touchdown. And we'll see if they try to get Cervantes a score on the ground. So that's the only way they haven't scored so far tonight. Rare to see in high school football, but here it's been for the Beavers, 3 passing touchdowns. As under center will go Julio. He'll drop back, rolls to his right, using Cervantes as a bluff, and it's a pass too far outside of the reach. Putnam, the intended target. And only the 4th incomplete pass of the night for Boone Julio. Clock stops at 4 minutes and 58 seconds to go, with the score still at 21-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard, as the American Falls Beavers continue this drive down the field that started at their 8-yard line. They had 92 yards of field to go. They've gone 87 yards and taken up just about 3.5 minutes off of the clock. They'll come back up to the line of scrimmage. Julio flanked in the backfield by Wyatt Kern. 2 wideouts to each side. including Cervantes to the left, and the Cardinals will jump off sides on this one, and that'll be another 2-yard penalty on the Cardinals to give the American Falls Beavers an easier chance here. It'll be 2nd down and 3 to go from the 3-yard line. They'll make their way forward again, same formation, with Kern flanking Julio to his right. He'll drop back to pass. Will Julio rolls to his right, tripped up at the numbers, throws one, and it's going to be caught. Reeling this one in. Once again, I'll give you 2 guesses, and you don't need the first one. It's Hennish once more on the goal line with a 3-yard reception. He has been everywhere for the American Falls Beavers and continues his solid night. 132 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the point after attempt coming up, brought to you by Bear Lake Drug, as it'll be Palacio to try and put this one through. At Bear Lake Drug, they have everything you need to get better quick and carry durable medical equipment for purchase or rent. The field goal is up and good, and the Cardinals go down by 4 scores, 28-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Back after this with the resumption of the 3rd quarter on your home for Cardinal Athletics.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
Cameron Hennish with his 2nd touchdown reception of the night. The PAT is good by Palacios for his 4th, and the Soda Springs Cardinals trail now 28-0 to the American Falls Beavers on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard, as the American Falls Beavers continue to assert their dominance over the Cardinals tonight. 4 minutes and 43 seconds to go. And the Cardinals will look to get the ball back. Here is another kickoff being brought to you by Rainy Day Massage. It will be once again Cervantes to kick this one off, standing at the 35-yard line. Ball teed up at the 40 on the near side hash mark. Left to right kick upcoming. We'll see if it's another onside kick, as it worked last time. The late man out onto the field for the Beavers. Sets himself up. Cervantes holds the hand up, whistles from the officials. This another onside kick. It's going to be loose on the ground again, and the Beavers once more pick it up at the 49-yard line of the Cardinals. Twice they've gone for the onside kick. Twice they've recovered the onside kick, and they continue to just tear apart the Cardinals on the offensive side of the football, as the Cardinals can't even get their offense out there onto the field at this point in time, with the score at 28-0. Again, the Beavers will come up to the line of scrimmage, with Cervantes flaking Julio in the backfield. 2 wideouts to each side. Snap is a good one. Taken, and a handoff will be to Cervantes, able to sidestep his way through the line for a 4-yard gain up ahead to the 46-yard line. Cardinals have been able to slow his roll so far. He's only gotten a long of 14 yards tonight. Most of his carries have been between the 3 to 5 yard range. We have another score update for you. It's 36-12 at the half between Raft River and Grace. Over at Grace in their homecoming game, as Raft River is starting to pull ahead, up by 24 on the Grace Grizzlies. Here, 4 minutes and 14 seconds to go, 28-0. The American Falls Beavers on front, and a personal foul penalty against American Falls for kicking. And that'll be a 15-yard penalty once again marched off against the American Falls Beavers. So the 4-yard gain will count, I believe, and it will be 2nd down and a lot to go. See where they officially mark it. They need to get to the 39-yard line. They'll pull this one all the way back to their own 39-yard line. So they'll need 22 yards on the play on 1st down. Excuse me, it will be 2nd down, as that was after the play was out. 28-0, 4 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Another big penalty against the Beavers. They have 8 penalties in the game now, and they're starting to border that 100 yards and penalties on the night. Luckily, their offense has been good enough that they've been able to overcome that. Julio again in that shotgun, and an easy false start penalty now, and Putnam off to the races on the near side, not waiting for the ball to be snapped. As a receiver on the outside, you have to watch the ball. You can't wait for the snap count. You have to watch the ball on the outside because you can't hear cleanly. 4 minutes and 11 seconds now, and make it 2nd down and 27 yards to go with the ball at the 34-yard line. Middle of the field, in between the hash marks. 2 wideouts to each side as Julio stands in the shotgun formation. Takes a snap, drops back. Bull rush by the Cardinals. Has a chance at getting to him. A couple Cardinals fall down. Julio runs up at the 31-yard line, fires one into the air, tipped into the air, and almost intercepted by Andrew Stewart. Popped up by Taylor Adams, and Stewart was almost there to clean it up. Instead, it falls down as an incompletion. And it makes it a 3rd down and 27 yards to go once again. Another long 3rd down. The Cardinals have almost given up some long 3rd down plays before. Stewart slow to get up, holding hands to his back, as he is a little bit shaken up after coming down, going for that reception, still holding a hand to his lower back and trying to stretch it out, maybe just tweaked a muscle on the interception attempt. 3:46 to go as the officials once more talking things over with the ball at the 34-yard line. The Beavers will break the huddle, but the officials still discussing things near the ball. Both sides kind of at a standstill in the middle of the field. Beavers have marched themselves backwards with penalties several times, and another personal foul roughing the passer against the Cardinals. And that's a painful one. And it will remain 2nd down as the ball is moved up ahead now to the 49-yard line. A 15-yard penalty against Soda Springs on a questionable mistake made by the Cardinals. Not a questionable call, because the Cardinals were coming quickly, and I did not necessarily see the hit in the action as it took place there, but you have to know to pull off the quarterback. So make it 2nd down and 12 at the 49-yard line of the Cardinals. Snap into the shotgun. Julio rolls out, finds a man near side. That's Cervantes. Puts a hand down to keep himself up, and he's got the 1st down across the 40. And at the 37-yard line, it's a reception and gain of 14 yards on the play. 230 yards now through the air as Cervantes helps Julio make his way towards that 300-yard plateau, and the Beavers' passing game continues to be their #1 offensive attack, as they've also gained over 100 yards on the ground. 3:33 left to go. Cervantes takes a snap, looks to his left, now rolls to his right at the 40-yard line, cuts inside at the numbers before being pushed out, and the Cardinals will take him down. A 1-yard gain on that play. And Julio comes up and talks to a coach immediately. I think somebody missed a block as he had to roll around to the outside. Everybody went to the left, and he didn't have any receivers down the field either. Coach Tony Cade, quick discussion. And now he strolls off to the left side of the American Falls bench. 28-0 the score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard with 2 minutes and 53 seconds to go. And the Beavers again coming back up to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an offset I formation with Cervantes dotting the I current in the backfield. They'll hand off to Cervantes. He rolls his way forward, stuffed up at the 35, and he goes no further. A 2-yard gain to get him to 68 yards on the ground. And it will keep the clock moving and brings up a 3rd down and 7 to go from the 35-yard line on the near side hash mark. 2 minutes and 23 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of play. Your 4th quarter will be coming up. That's going to be brought to you by Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier, where they have everything you need to get better quick. Beavers will send 3 out to the far side. Cervantes, Putnam, and Vasquez, and another false start will be whistled against the left side of the formation. And that'll be another 5-yard penalty against the Beavers to push them even further back. And their penalty yards, we're going to have to tally this up now, as they have reached up to upwards of 70 yards.
Again, thank you to Portsmouth Air Rescue.
And actually
tonight's game ball.
Give them 90 yards in penalties so far tonight. Ball snapped to Julio. He'll drop back to pass. Another bull rush by the Cardinals. Throws it to the near side. And very lucky it's not an intentional grounding play there, as he looked to still be in the tackle box, but instead it will just go as an incompletion against the Soda Springs Cardinals, as their defensive line did their job and were into Boone Julio's face immediately. And it brings up a 4th down and 12 to go. Need to move the ball forward to the 28-yard line. With a minute and 51 left to go. The Beavers will go for it. They have not punted tonight. They'll line up with that offset eye. Kearns with Cervantes dotting the eye. Quick snap, fake handoff, and it'll be a pass to the near side. Almost intercepted on the near side, as that time it was Logan Mumford running off to the near side, ran past a man with Hennish on his hoodie. And that's one of the few times that the Cardinals have been able to force a stop on the American Falls Beavers, and they'll get good field position with it, with the ball at the 40-yard line, moving things back over to their side. Other stops against the Beavers have come from fumbles, or one other time when the Cardinals stopped them on 4th down. Only the 3rd time, though, that they've kept the Beavers from scoring tonight, as they will move the offense out there with a minute and 46 to go in the 3rd quarter. 28-0 the score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Couple subs in and out, as Nathan Lau makes his way back onto the field as the big left guard for the Soda Springs, or left tackle, excuse me, for the Soda Springs Cardinals. It'll be Mumford with Stewart in the backfield behind him. Takes the snap, looks to his right. They'll pass this to Morrison, cutting into the field. Huge hole. He's across midfield, tripped up, and finally taken down at the 40-yard line. He was bumped at the 45, made it all the way up to the 40, and it's a 20-yard gain for Justin Morrison on the play. 2nd reception for him tonight. He's up to 46 yards, and the Cardinals' play works to perfection as Morrison found a little bubble in the middle of everybody and was able to use it to his advantage for a big gain to get it into Beavers territory. With a minute and 30 to go here in quarter number 3. Cardinals trying to get something working in their favor on their side of the field. Mumford will again be flanked by 2 beside him, Nielsen and Stewart in the backfield. 3 wideouts, 2 split out to the right. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, holds on to it himself. He's going to take a block, waits for some blocking ahead of him, and falls forward ahead nearly to the 35. They'll mark him at the 36 for a gain of 4 yards on the play. He's up to 47 yards on the ground, and the Cardinals' rushing attack continues to make steady gains, things that they have not been able to do so far on the season leading up to the night. Underneath a minute left to play as 50 seconds ticks away on the big scoreboard at the left side of the field. Cardinals at the 36-yard line of the American Falls Beavers. Looking to get their 3rd touchdown of the year, their 2nd offensive touchdown of the year. They still have plenty of green left in front of them to do it on, though, as Mumford looks to take another snap. He'll take this one in the backfield. Pitch to Stewart, and he is immediately met in the backfield. It's Cervantes lifting him up, and again, Stewart slow to get up. It's taken back at the 42-yard line for a loss on the play of 6. And once again, the Beavers sniffing out the pitch play to the right side, and makes it a 3rd down and 12 to go, but we will not get that play until the 4th quarter comes your way. Your Bear Lake Drug 4th quarter on the way next on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
Mama, come on. Say mama.
Listen, if I could talk, I'd tell you I'm almost 2 and still not responding. That's one sign of a communication disorder. And delaying treatment can affect my development.
Many parents aren't aware of the early signs of speech, language, and hearing disorders, yet early detection and treatment can improve quality of life.
Come on, say dada.
Ugh, here we go.
Identify the signs of communication disorders. Identifythesigns.org.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the American Falls Beavers, where we head to the fourth quarter, being brought to you by Bear Lake Drug. At Bear Lake Drug, they have everything you need to get better quick, and they carry durable medical equipment for purchase or rent. Casey and his staff take time to understand your health needs. That's Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier. Call them at 208-847-1421. The two sides will switch sides of the field as the Cardinals will work left to right for the final quarter of play here at American Falls. With the ball at the 42-yard line and a 3rd down and 12 greeting the Cardinals as they make their way onto the field. 28-0 the score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. And the officials talking things over, making sure things are correct and ready. And the official whistle will blow. 2 wideouts to the near side, 2 running backs in the backfield beside Mumford. Snap is going to be a fake handoff to Mason Smith. It's going to be a deep pass down the far side, pulled in on the far sideline. A leaping grab on the play. I believe Andrew Stewart was flipped out to the far side, or excuse me, that's Thomas Nielsen all the way down to the 15-yard line. It's a gain on the play of 27 yards for the Soda Springs Cardinals. A huge play there as they are able to get themselves into the red zone for the second time tonight. 131 yards through the air so far for the Soda Springs Cardinals, and 73 of those, 73 excuse me, have come from Nielsen. Same formation with 2 wideouts split to each side. It'll be Mumford to his left, tries to cut back in through some tackles and is going to be stuffed at the 14-yard line after a gain of 1. A couple different Beavers come up on the play, and Garrett Burgemeister able to come up with the main tackle on a 1-yard gain by Mumford. He's got 48 yards on the night on the ground and 131 through the air. The Cardinals once again find themselves inside the red zone, 2nd down and 9 to go from the far side hash mark. 10 minutes and 58 seconds to go as the clock continues to wind down. And the Cardinals will split out 2 to each side. In the backfield, I believe, will be Andrew Stewart. They'll bring Harrison Smith tight to the formation. Snap is going to be a good one. Mumford looks to run with it, rolls to his left, quickly covered, now goes to the end zone and is dropped on the goal line on the play. Case Griffiths had a hit coming immediately as Preston Putnam was right there ready to lay him out, but he could not pull in the pass. Also behind him was Vasquez, and it's an incomplete pass for the Cardinals. But the good news for Soda, only their 3rd incompletion of the night. That's something that we've been talking about them needing to fix as the season has gone on. 10 minutes and 31 seconds left to go on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. 28-0 the score, with the Beavers on top, but the Cardinals with a 3rd down and 9 at the 14-yard line of American Falls. Harris will come out to the near side, trips off to the left as Mumford stands alone in the backfield. He'll take the snap. Looks to his right, hit as he throws. This one's up in the air for Harris. He overruns the ball, though, at the goal line. He ran a little bit too far down the field. Vasquez dove to try and get it, but not quite there. Not the most accurate pass, but Harris needs to adjust his route on that one with the ball in the air that long, as he has the bigger body and needs to be able to pull in that pass. Makes it a 4th down and 9 to go with 10 minutes and 26 seconds on the big clock at the scoreboard at the left end of the field. Cardinals will most likely go for it here, you would guess. Trailing by 4 scores with 4 wideouts to each side. It'll be Harris and Morrison to the near side with Nielsen and Mason Smith to the far side, and the pass is going to be thrown for Morrison, but well over his head, and you can't necessarily blame Mumford on the passing attempt, as the attempt was coming with pressure automatically in his face, and 3 straight incomplete passes will give a 4 and out back to the Beavers inside their own territory as they take over at the 9-yard line looking to try and go 91 yards now and put the ball into the end zone. Last time they went 92 yards. This one just a little bit less of a task to try and punch the ball into the end zone for their 5th score with 10 minutes and 23 seconds on the clock still left in your 4th quarter, being brought to you by Bear Lake Drug. Julio will bring his troops out. Ball, at the 14-yard line, not the 9. 3 wide out, split to his left. Julio drops back, throws a little bubble screen to the near side, into the air, almost reeled in after it was popped up into the air. Reaching back for it on the play was Case Griffiths, but it goes off of his gloves at the 20-yard line. It's an incomplete pass, and the Cardinals shaking their heads a little bit after that incompletion because I think they feel like they probably should have gotten to that pass.
Congratulations to the senior class picking up a last-second 6-0 victory in Powder Puff football.
10 minutes, 18 seconds to go.
Also another American Falls Sports. Congratulations to the junior varsity football team. They picked up a win yesterday over Soda, 30-0.
And the Beavers will come up to the line of scrimmage as Julio takes the snap, drops back, looks to his right, flies one deep down the field. Cervantes is there, catches it, makes a man miss as Stewart wrestles him to the ground after he missed the first attempt. He's going to take him down finally at the 46-yard line. Stewart again slow to get up, but not before a 40-yard completion on the play. 270 yards through the air now. Cervantes gets another big gain, this time not on the ground but through the sky, and the Cardinals will see all of a sudden the Beavers of Marsh Valley get out of the shadow of their own goal line and into Cardinal territory. Coming up to the line of scrimmage, twins out to each side. Julio rolls one to the right side. It'll be picked up on that side of the field, and taking it forward is Hanisch into the Cardinals sideline, but not before he gains another 12 yards on the play up ahead to the 35-yard line now. 144 yards now for the big body of the Beavers' number 1 receiver. .6'3". And the pass to the near side is going to be picked up this time as Vasquez able to make his way through, picks his way through the Cardinals all the way up to the 15-yard line. It's a 20-yard gain this time. And the American Falls Beavers get themselves another first down on Vasquez's 3rd catch of the night. They'll come up to the line of scrimmage once again in a moment as they're taking a little bit more time off the clock. 9:08 though to go, plenty of time left in this game, as the Cardinals defense backed up against their goal line at the 15-yard line. Julio slips a couple of tackles as he rolls out to his left, guts up the middle, now makes a man miss, and he runs into the end zone for a 15-yard touchdown scramble. The play was a passing play initially, and Julio runs to the left and is able to get his first rushing touchdown of the night as he busts into the end zone for the 5th touchdown of the night for the Beavers, rolling to his left, then cut back to the right into the middle of the field before seeing the Cardinals close it off there, and then a big block thrown by Hanisch at the goal line brings them into the end zone, and it brings up another PAT coming your way, brought to you by Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier, as once more it will be Palacio to try and put this one through. Runs up high into the air and no good. The first missed PAT of the night, but the American Falls Beavers get themselves up to a 34-0 lead on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard in the quarter number 4, brought to you by Bear Lake Drug.
Imagine a mining company that respects the quality of the environment and health of natural ecosystems. At Monsanto, we don't begin mining unless we can ensure every safeguard is in place to respect the environment. And if they're not, then we don't mine. Simple as that. That's why we take steps before, during, and after mining to reach our goal of leaving the land even better than we found it. Monsanto. Imagine.
Students, when I call the reason for your absences throughout the years, please exit the auditorium without your high school diploma. Too tired, family trip, sick day, starting the holidays early.
Starting in the 6th grade, students who miss 18 days or more of school in a year for any reason will fall behind and risk not graduating high school. How many days of school has your child missed this year? Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the the home of the American Falls Beavers on homecoming night, as the Beavers will trot out with a 34-0 lead on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. 8 minutes and 48 seconds left to go, and Palacio set to kick this one deep. Runs up, line drive kick that's going to bounce at the 20, rolls up to Andrew Stewart, who picks it up on the near side. He'll return this one left to right, gets a couple of clean blocks before busting it to the left at the 20-yard line and being taken down at the 21. And that is where the Cardinals will start their action. And they'll spot the ball all the way up at the 23 once the pile and dust clears away. .38 left to go in a 34-0 ball game here in your Bear Lake Drug fourth quarter. And the Cardinals offense back out onto the field, looking to try and find some bright spots. They have had some bright spots, but unfortunately they have not been able to cash in when they've gotten into the red zone, as the ball will be taken by Mumford. He is flung forward on the play, is taking him down, I believe Dawson Winder, throwing him down to the turf at the 25-yard line after a gain of 1 as he tucked the ball and tried to go up the middle. A brutal takedown there on the far sideline. And that actually, I think, was Jonathan Ortiz with the tackle for the Beavers of American Falls. Cardinals will come out now, 2nd and 8 to go at the 20-yard line. Mumford with 3 split out to the right side, working left to right. One man behind him is Stewart in the backfield. Good snap, looks to his middle, and is going to be through the hands of Nielsen, cutting into the middle of the field on a slant route. And it drops harmlessly, incomplete to the turf. 4 straight incompletions for the Cardinals in the passing game after they started out the game by going 7 for 9. They still have 131 yards through the air, easily their best passing game of the season to this point. And with 7 minutes and 52 seconds left to go, and 3rd and 8 upcoming, we'll see what Coach Cliff Garbutt decides to dial up on the far sideline. Down 34-0. Looking to keep this drive moving and going forward. Mumford will take the snap. Looks to his left, or right, It'll be dropped by Morrison, who's rolled to the ground on the play. And it looks like Vasquez was the one who rolled him down, and the Cardinals will be left with a 4th down and 8 now, and another incomplete pass to the near side. The Cardinals offense, which had been at least whirring along and slowly moving forward. Then the Cardinals will look to try and see if they punt the ball away here. By the way, I believe I missed it. We'll get it in now. That kick from the Beavers to the Cardinals is brought to you by Rainy Day Massage in Soda Springs. The Cardinals about to punt it away, so we'll, instead of doing kickoffs, we'll call them the punt sponsor for this one, as the Cardinals will look to Justin Morrison to send this one deep. A little bit of a low snap, gets down, and this one's an end-over-end kick that's going to bounce at the Beavers side of the 50, almost touched by Putnam. Instead, lets it go by, and it rolls to the 25-yard line, where it will be picked up and touchdown by Andrew Stewart. That punt brought to you by Rainy Day Massage. If you're a top athlete or an individual recovering from surgery, or if you just simply need to relieve stressed muscles, call Rainy Day Massage at 435-703-0195 in Soda Springs. If you mention this ad, you can get $15 off with a regular price for a 50-minute massage that includes steaming stones therapy. That's Rainy Day Massage at 435-703-0195. Offense back out onto the field for the Beavers. We'll see if they stick with their air attack or if they decide to go to their ground game. They ran the ground game early and have run air attack since with a couple of running plays mixed in. It's been a good balance from American Falls. Julio will take the snap out of the shotgun, rolls to his right. He's going to pass this one to Cervantes, catches it at the 30, and is able to take 3 Cardinals with him for a gain of 3 more yards. It's an 8-yard gain for a second down and 2 upcoming. And the Beavers are now 2 yards away from getting 300 yards in the air.
Keep playing with them. They're a lot of fun, but make sure they get back to a cheerleader at the end of the game if you would. We'd really appreciate having them for the next game as well.
69 yards now through the air for Cervantes as well. And the Beavers will once more come up to the line. Twins, and now they'll move Cervantes in motion to the right. Julio rolls out that way. He's going to throw this one into the middle of the field, or into the middle of the 2 receivers that were there, and he finds Hennish once again.
Number 27, Cameron Hennish, picking up an American
And it's a gain of 14 yards, 15 yards on the play once again. Another big gap in the Cardinals defense found, and it's 313 yards now through the air. And Hennish marching his way towards 200. He's got 159 yards through the air now. 1st and 10 at the 47.5-yard line for the American Falls Beavers with the clock at 6:40 to go and a 34-0 lead for the Beavers over the Soda Springs Cardinals. Trips to the near side. With no backs in the backfield, they'll move Cervantes into motion. He is going to get taken down. No, he avoids a tackle in the middle of the field, cuts back to the AF that's painted into the logo, and he's taken down after a gain of 2. A flag does come out in the backfield, and this one might be holding against the Beavers to move them back. And it looks like they are talking to the Cardinals to see what they want to do, as Hunter Bybee being talked to by the main official. 6:24 left to go. We'll see a timeout taken by the American Falls Beavers. It'll be a false start against the, or an illegal man in motion maybe, against the American Falls Beavers. And they will take the ball back now to the 43-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15 from there. 95 penalty yards for the American Falls Beavers. They call timeout. We'll take one with them back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
It's so pretty here.
Katie's away at college,
There's the library.
but she can still be close to her mom back home. Travis is working on a big report. High-speed internet puts a world of information at his fingertips. Silver Star Communications provides connections that help students learn and keep families close, even when they're miles apart. Get your family in touch and informed with high-speed internet from Silver Star Communications. Call today or visit silverstar.com.
Caleb Bergraff back here once again on KBRV 800 The Bear as the American Falls Beavers with the ball at 1st and 15 at their own 43-yard line. 6 minutes and 24 seconds left to go here in the Bear Lake Drug 4th quarter of play. Brought to you by Bear Lake Drug, where they have everything you need to get better quick, including durable medical equipment for purchase or rent. Casey and his staff take time to understand your health needs at Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier. You can call them at 208-847-1421. So after delayed false start penalty, American Falls will snap the ball to Julio in the shotgun. He'll throw one to Cervantes, who was not even looking. He was looking at a double move as he started cutting back in, and I think Julio thought he was going to look for the ball, and instead Cervantes started running upfield, and it makes it 2nd down and 15 yards to go.
And they make a huge contribution to each football game.
And the Beavers will once more have another opportunity to run a play. Taking their time, though. .22 completions on the night for Julio, as they'll line up with an I formation dotted by Cervantes at the 35-yard line. He'll take this handoff straight up the middle off the right tackle, and he's going to continue to take Cardinals with him. He was initially met at the 42-yard line, and he carried the Cardinals all the way up to their own 42-yard line. Mind over matter there by Cervantes, just keeping the feet moving. And it's a gain of 16 yards for Cervantes. 84 yards now on the night for him. He's got 69 as well through the air. And it's another 1st and 10 after it had been 2nd and 15. 5:50 to go. 34-0. The Beavers on top on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. With the ball at the Cardinals' 42, 1st and 10. Ball snapped. There'll be a handoff to the fullback, and being met almost immediately, maybe gaining a yard on the play, is going to be Kearns. As Wyatt Kern, the freshman, will take it forward and make it 2nd down and 9. That's his first carry of the night. 5 minutes and 19 seconds as the clock winds.
Wyatt Kern picks up a yard for the Beavers.
And the Beavers will see if they go to a run-first game at this point in time, as it seems that is what they are going to do. As Julio can't handle the snap, fallen on back at the 45-yard line. A heads-up play by Kearns to just jump onto the ball. He's going to lose 4 yards because of it, but he keeps possession for the American Falls Beavers. And it makes it 3rd down and 13 to go from the 45-yard line. They need to get the ball up to the 32. Four minutes and 33 seconds. Clock continues to wind. Again, Julio in the shotgun, flanked by Kearns. They'll move Cervantes into motion right to left. Julio throws for Cervantes, who falls down, goes over him, picked up by Hanisch at the 37-yard line. Luckily positioning for Hanisch, and it goes as an 8-yard gain. Right into his breadbasket. 321 yards now in the air, and 167 of those for Hanisch. And it brings up a 4th down and 7. Ball placed at the 38-yard line. So call it 4th down and 6 to go. Julio with the I formation, dotted by Cervantes. He'll fake the handoff to him, rolls to his right, throws one up into the air. Hanisch can't handle the pass. I think that's the first time I've seen him drop a pass all night. And it gives the Cardinals another chance with the football with 3 minutes and 33 seconds to go in your Bear Lake Drug 4th quarter, down by 5 scores, 34 to nothing. Cardinals will take over at their own 38-yard line and just trying to get something onto the scoreboard. You've been shut out once already this season. You don't want to see a second shutout put onto the scoreboard, especially going into your own homecoming game tomorrow next week against a rival in the West Side Pirates. 3 minutes, 33 seconds left to go. As the Cardinals break the huddle and will come to the near side. The ball placed on the hash mark there. The Twins to the near side, 2 running backs in the backfield, joining Mumford. We'll see if they go run. Mumford takes it. They will. It'll be the quarterback draw up the middle. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage before being stood up and pushed backwards. And I think they'll be generous and give him a yard. 50 yards on the night now for Logan Mumford. That's his best night rushing the ball. He's also got 131 yards passing through the air on 7 completions. Seven for 14. 2 minutes, 56 seconds to go. Twins to each side. They'll bring in Mason Smith and Riley Harris, as well as Thomas Nielsen tight to the formation for a power set. In the shotgun, Mumford takes the snap, hands this one off to Stewart, tracked down from behind, and he's going to be able to slip one tackle. Shoulder pads hanging free, reverses back to the far side. He beats Hanisch over to the edge, and he's going to fall ahead to the 50-yard line with a dive. It's a gain on the play of 11 yards. Andrew Stewart not ready to go home yet. He's got 19 yards now on what is his longest carry of the night. He's been bottled up most of the night so far, but gives the Cardinals a 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. 2 minutes and 31 seconds left to go. As Putnam will come off of the field for the Beavers, they're going to get some younger kids out there, or some kids that don't get a lot of playing time, as Michael Wood checks onto the field, wearing the number 5, and he will be lined up to the near side. 2 backs in the backfield with Mumford. Fakes one handoff. He's going to be able to avoid one tackle, but he's thrown right into the hands of the waiting Peyton Kress. And the 6'1 sophomore will give him a big old bear hug as the Cardinals lose 5 yards on that play. And with 2 minutes and 2 seconds, the clock will wind with 2nd down and 15 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. And a player down tying his shoe for the American Falls Beavers. Clock continues to wind as the Cardinals will huddle up. Another player comes in as checking into the game is number 36, a player I do not have on my roster, so a JV player coming out onto the field. And it'll be Mumford with twins to each side to take the snap. He'll get it. Puts a quick pass out to the flat, taking it there. Mason Smith able to gain the 5-yard loss back, plus a couple as he's rolling forward to the 48-yard line of American Falls for a 7-yard gain for 138 yards now through the air for the Cardinals. 8 passing attempts. That's only Mason Smith's second reception. He's got 17 yards on the game. 16 yards, excuse me, if I do my math right. Again, Mumford to take the snap. Under a minute left to go here. Looks over to the near side. They'll find Riley Harris in a bubble. He's going to take this one forward. He's got a solid gain up to the 38-yard line. That's a 10-yard gain for Harris. Ninth passing play or passing completion by the Cardinals, and a timeout will be taken by the Cardinals on the far sideline. 44.5 seconds left to go. We'll take a timeout with them here in your Bear Lake Drug fourth quarter of play on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. The Cardinals trail 34-0, but they have the ball and are driving late here in the fourth quarter of play.
Imagine a mining company that respects the quality of the environment and health of natural ecosystems. At Monsanto, we don't begin mining unless we can ensure every safeguard is in place to respect the environment. And if they're not, then we don't mine. Simple as that. That's why we take steps before, during, and after mining to reach our goal of leaving the land even better than we found it. Monsanto. Imagine.
Cardinals looking to try and score before the end of the game. They've got 44 seconds to do it, down 34-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. As with a tight formation, one wide receiver to each side, Mumford will look to take a snap in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. He's going to launch this one down the field. He's got Case Griffiths, who's hit as he tries to pull it in. A well-timed hit by Putnam. Drops that one down, and that is a incomplete pass that will bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 38-yard line of the American Falls Beavers. 9 completions on the night for Mumford and 8 incompletions, I believe. For 9 for 17 on the evening for 148 yards. Not a bad night for the Cardinals quarterback. 39.2 seconds left to go. Snap goes to Mumford, drops back to pass. He's going to loft this one far side right into the hands of a waiting Henish, who pulls it in for the interception, looking to take it all the way. He's going to be drugged down instead at the 50-yard line. That's where the Beavers will take over, and the INT should wrap this game up as the Cardinals will see their hopes of coming back dashed on an incomplete pass to the far side. of the field. On the first interception of the night for Logan Mumford. So we'll see what the Beavers decide to do here. 27.5 seconds left, and expect them to possibly just take a knee as they will come out in a bunched formation, victory formation, and it will be just a simple knee taken by the quarterback, Julio, and I believe that will wrap things up here tonight as the Soda Springs Cardinals fall in this contest by a final score of 34-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. We will be back on the air next week with more Soda Springs football, but stick around for our post-game show. This fourth quarter has been brought to you tonight by Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier. At Bear Lake Drug, they have everything you need to get better quick. They carry durable medical equipment for purchase or rent. Casey and his staff take time to understand your health needs. That's Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier. Call them at 208-847-1421. Your post-game show is coming up next on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone: food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma, or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center, Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
It's time to take a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs for September 15th through the 21st. And we start off with boneless beef chuck or eye of round roasts at $2.99 a pound. Grab their $10 mix or match bags with options like cantaloupe, Bartlett pears, Gala apples, oranges, pineapple, carrots, lettuce, cauliflower, or broccoli, and wrap it all up with a tasty treat from their bakery with a Baker's Dozen chocolate chip cookies. Buy one, get one free. That's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Welcome back out. Time to wrap things up here as the American Falls Beavers celebrate a happy homecoming as they take down the Soda Springs Cardinals tonight by a final score of 34-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Take a final look at some of the numbers here from tonight's matchup. As for the Soda Springs Cardinals, Logan Mumford went 9 for 17 through the air for 148 yards, did throw an interception on his last passing attempt of the game. As far as the ground game, the Cardinals had 9 carries from Andrew Stewart for 19 yards, 15 carries for Logan Mumford for 45 yards, 1 carry for Thomas Nielsen. That went for 2 yards. Receiving-wise, they spread the ball around well on those 9 completions. 3 completions to Thomas Nielsen for 73 yards. He was the leading receiver on the night. Justin Morrison had 2 receptions for 46 yards, 2 completions to Riley Harris for 13, and 2 to Mason Smith for 16 yards. That wraps up the numbers for the Cardinals. Also, they had 7 penalties for 59 yards in the game. On the other side, for the American Falls Beavers, plenty of offense on the night. They were led through the air by Boone Julio, 24 of 33 for 321 yards. He also threw for 4 touchdowns in the game. A fantastic night for him. He gets our player of the game as the junior quarterback. Still has another year to grow. He's got a good future if he can continue to play this well in this level. As far as the ground game is concerned, it was Cervantes carrying it 15 times for 84 yards. 2 carries on the ground for Russell Atkins. He got 45 yards for those. Boone Julio carried it 5 times for 22 yards and a touchdown, as he was responsible for all 5 touchdowns on the night for the Beavers. Those are all the numbers that really are of any significance for the Beavers tonight. As far as receiving is concerned, 13 receptions for 167 yards and 2 touchdowns for Cameron Hennish, the junior receiver who's 6'3", 170 pounds, another kid with plenty of a future left for him, including a couple of fantastic grabs, one sliding to the ground at the 5-yard line to pull it in that I think was probably only his second best catch of the game. He also got his feet in at the 20, not just 1 foot, 2 feet in at the 20-yard line for another completion there. 4 receptions for 69 yards for Cervantes, 4 receptions for 70 yards and a touchdown on the night for Preston Putnam, and 3 receptions for 27 yards and a touchdown for the senior Austin Vasquez. That wraps things up for the Beavers. The one bad thing for the Beavers, 11 penalties for 95 yards. Too many of those if you're a fan of the Beavers. We're going to take another break. Final score, once again, 34-0 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Our sports update is coming up with Coach Tisha Young for the Soda Springs cheerleading team as they're getting set for homecoming week next week. We'll talk with her next on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
Imagine a mining company that respects the quality of the environment and health of natural ecosystems. At Monsanto, we don't begin mining unless we can ensure every safeguard is in place to respect the environment. And if they're not, then we don't mine. Simple as that. That's why we take steps before, during, and after mining to reach our goal of leaving the land even better than we found it. Monsanto. Imagine.
It's time to take a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs for September 15th through the 21st. And we start off with boneless beef chuck or eye of round roasts at $2.99 a pound. Grab their $10 mix or match bags with options like cantaloupe, Bartlett pears, gala apples, oranges, pineapple, carrots, lettuce, cauliflower, or broccoli, and wrap it all up with a tasty treat from their bakery with a baker's dozen chocolate chip cookies. Buy one, get one free. That's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs.
It's so pretty here.
Katie's away at college,
There's the library.
but she can still be close to her mom back home. Travis is working on a big report. High-speed internet puts a world of information at his fingertips. Silver Star Communications provides connections that help students learn and keep families close, even when they're miles apart. Get your family in touch and informed with high-speed internet from Silver Star Communications. Call today or visit silverstar.com.
Caleb Burgraff joined here with Coach Tisha Young from the Soda Springs cheerleading team. And Coach, first time we've actually gotten a chance to sit down and talk. And this year, I think with the size of the team you have, a lot of expectations can be held for this cheerleading team here at Soda Springs High School. What are your thoughts with just the numbers that you have out this year and just building up the program from the successes you had last year?
I think our numbers are really good this year, and it's always nice to have a boy it would be nice to have a couple boys, but with Nathan here, he's a big boy for us. He is able to do all the lifting that we couldn't do ourselves. Picking up from last year, I see tons of improvement. The girls are at a much higher level this year than last year, and I don't know if it's from the expectations of what I set for them last year, the goals that we've set. So I think that we're moving in the right direction this early in the year.
We'll talk about stuff coming up this next week, but first, you mentioned Nathan Lau on the team this year. What's it like having him on the team, and also having him on the team not just for his senior year, but also for his junior year?
I think it's a good asset to the team. At first, I was a little nervous, because sometimes the boys flake out a little bit and get teased, but Nathan's right in it. And he's in it for the long haul. I can see it in his face. I can see it in his attitude. He wants to be here, and I think that he brings the respect to the team that the girls kind of need, and the girls give him the respect that he needs. And I appreciate that from all of them, and they work hard together. Nathan's a good kid, and he's here to help us win, and that you can't take that away from any of us, so that's awesome.
Having that team attitude is always big, and a big piece of that is making sure that the senior captains are on board with everybody who's on the team. Who have been some of the big leaders on the team when it comes to being unified and really getting the girls all on the same page, whether it's with being team or being in the routines?
I think some girls that have done that has been Cheyenne Daniels, of course. She's always a big supporter with that. Bria, as the captain, has been pretty supportive. She's in volleyball now, so she's focused on too, and that makes it a little harder. And Callie Peterson's really stepped up this year too, and I appreciate her. She's always has a good attitude, and she's trying to bring up the younger girls. And I see it in a few of the others. JC is a junior. She's pretty good that way, being positive all the time, telling the girls, good job, come on, you can do this. In fact, at workout Tuesday, or Torture Tuesday, as some of the girls have called it, Nathan was, he's a big guy. He's got a lot to run around with, and JC finished some of the last laps with him, and that's good to see the support there. But I'm really impressed with my senior girls all around. They have stepped up and helped the younger ones, and it makes our whole team better. And from their experience, it helps them grow and be better people.
Of course, this week, one of the biggest weeks for you guys of the year. Next week, I should say, is one of the biggest weeks of the year for you guys. Homecoming. Only 3 home games for you guys as well this year on the football field. What are you guys planning on doing this week, and what are some of the things that you've really been doing to lead up to it?
Homecoming week is a very stressful week for the cheerleaders. We are busy not just with the football, but there's 2 home volleyball games this meet, and there's an away cross-country meet. And we try to support our teams through the whole week, more so than throughout the whole year. We have been working really hard. We've made some football banners that hang on the fence with all the football players' numbers on it to help the parents out there. We're going to do some fun things for the football team, but we're not leaving out the volleyball and cross-country team. The cheerleaders put a lot of money, their own personal money, into it and out of our account, but we enjoy doing it, and we've had a lot of support from the football moms this year, and that makes us feel good that they try to include us, especially this last week. 2 weeks ago, they put us in at a team table with them, and that was good for both teams to bond there and to become closer together, and I think that it united our school a little bit.
Coach, I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us here. Good luck as you guys continue to move on through the homecoming festivities, and get yourself prepared. And good luck as you guys continue to work on your routines towards the end of the season.
Thank you.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone: food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center, Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
One final chance to wrap things up here on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com as we take a look at what is coming up ahead for us. And we'll be back on the air again tomorrow as we head up with North Gym Volleyball to cover them taking on the Showband Lady Chiefs and the Leadore Lady Mustangs. That will start at about 3:40 with our pregame show. We'll also have the first serve of the first match coming at 4 o'clock against Leadore, and then at 6 o'clock, a delayed start against the Showband Lady Chiefs on the varsity side for the North Gym Cowgirls as they look to try and get a couple of wins onto their schedule. Their only district win has come against Showband so far on the season. Next week, we have several home games coming your way. The Soda Springs Cardinals take on Westside on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. The volleyball team will also take on Bear Lake at 7 o'clock. Both those games will be on the air. And then football once again takes to the air as we will be taking on the Soda Springs Cardinals against the Westside Pirates in the home opener of district play for the Soda Springs Cardinals as they look to take their homecoming game away from the Pirates after the Pirates throttled the Cardinals on homecoming last year down at the Pirates' Den. So plenty coming up in the next couple of days here for us on KBRV 800 The Bear. We hope you'll stick around with us for all of those games. I want to thank you for tuning into the post-game show. The proceeding has been a sports production and sports broadcast of Old West Media Incorporated and Cook Brothers Broadcasting. No portion of this production can be used or rebroadcast without express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Tonight's executive producer is Val Cook. I'd also like to thank our sales team of Julie Burley and Kim Miller, as well as office manager Kayleen Anderson. Thanks to all of our fine sponsors, as well as to you for tuning in. Until next time, let's go Cardinals. Let's go Caribou County.
Thank you for tuning in to this live broadcast of Caribou County football on KBRV 800 The Bear. This broadcast has been brought to you by
Monsanto, Hunsaker Ford, Silver Star Communications, and by mylocalradio.com.
For more local coverage, be sure to listen in to KBRV every day for updates, interviews, and more live coverage of local athletics. And don't forget to visit mylocalradio.com for archived versions of this game and other games as the season continues to roll along. Until the next time the boys of the county look to tame their own fields, goodbye and good night from KBRV 800 The Bear and mylocalradio.com.